Once scarred by illegal dumping, unmanaged access and invasive plants, the land will now be restored after 2 years of careful negotiations. The new custodians aim to revive rare fynbos, protect endangered species, and introduce a gentle park and walk system to the lookout points as well as the trails. Now, with community volunteers, educational signage, and a future visitor centre in the pipeline, the reserve is set to become a shared coastal haven for generations and a fresh gem for visitors exploring the Western Cape. On that feel-good note, we close up your 6 o'clock news, and it's time to delve headfirst in the world of sports with Raul.
Thank you so much, Carissa. And yes, let's dive into all things sport right now. We're going to start off with rugby action, and the groundbreaking Nations Championship launches in 2026, with South Africa hosting England, Scotland and Wales next July as part of a fully competitive global tournament. Now, the new Sanzar Six Nations venture will feature 12 top nations and culminate in a dramatic finals weekend in London, with every match which will carry points, adding weight and intensity to the international calendar. Now, I know we're looking forward to this, but maybe you're also looking forward to this next bout that we're about to talk about in the world of boxing, where Jake Paul will face former heavyweight world champion Anthony Joshua in Miami on December the 19th. Now, Matchroom Boxing confirmed this, and with the 8-round bout at the Kaseya Center being streamed globally on Netflix. Now, Paul 12-1 is coming off wins over Mike Tyson and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., while Joshua, returning after defeat to Daniel Dubois, called it a big opportunity as both promised fireworks. Well, next we move to football, and we bring it back to local news. And the Mazulu have bolstered their midfield with the signing of free agent Langeshlile Mhlongo, formerly of Richards Bay. Now, the 24-year-old made 49 starts over 3 seasons for the Natal Rich Boys and said he's ready to contribute and eager to work with coach Arthur Zwane and his staff. While wishing him nothing but success on that journey by carrying on with football and now moving it abroad. The Netherlands booked their 2026 World Cup place with a dominant 4-0 win over Lithuania, scoring 3 goals in 5 minutes after the first half break. Now, Germany followed with a ruthless 6-0 victory over Slovakia to top their group, while Croatia capped the night by rallying from 2-0 down to beat Montenegro 3-2. And that's through Nikolai Veslekic's late winner. Oh, well, sporting is definitely heating up, and maybe the weather is too. So let's dive into it right now with the latest.
Right about now is where we need to get you your traffic, my lovely, because we want to get you out of those roads completely the perfect way. But that's for a little bit later on. Let's get you into the weather first. Right now, the South African Weather Service has issued a yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms for most of the country, which could cause localized damage to infrastructure, property, vehicles, and livelihoods, with short-term disruption to municipal and essential services. Residents are urged to remain vigilant. Extremely high fire dangers forecast for central Northern Cape and the western part of the Western Cape, with authorities warning of potential localized damage. We'll keep you up to date with anything else that does come through in terms of that, but please do remain vigilant and remain cautious. Right about now, I always do tell you that it is my favorite part of the show. It is us getting to see what does your side of life look like, and then we get to show the rest of the country. And this morning, it is a huge shout out to Louise from KZN, where it is 23 degrees Celsius. And Louise, this picture, Asana, I feel like you took this out of a storybook. It looks like there's a little fairy tale ending at the end, and it's the sun going down and everybody's happy and they all lived happily ever after. It's so stunning. Thank you so much, Louise. And Mzansi, this is what we're looking for. We want you to send it through on the WhatsApp line 063-036-9649. And like I always say, then we get to take a little snapshot of what exactly is happening on your side. Right about now, let's take a look at what is going to be happening today in terms of temperatures. Here they are.
right, the weather is good out there, and to me it just says that summer is calling, and if summer is calling, that means the outfit of course has to also meet us right there, and that's exactly why I need to call up my style squad, and hopefully you're answering, Expresso fam. We need to make a fashion decision this morning. You know that it's Tuesday, and I need you to help me choose between two incredible looks when it comes to dreamy blue and white dresses. We've got incredible options with us today. It's going to be a tough one, okay, but I'm going to walk you through it. Now we have option one, a blue and white printed slip dress. Now this one is styled with light blue strappy heels. I kind of love those, with a brown belt as well as a matching brown suede bag. Now that bag's a bit of a shopper, and yes, I will be wearing it throughout the show this morning, just collecting things as I go along. And then we've got option two. Now this one is a cutesy blue and white teardrop dress and styled with natural thong sandals, nice and flat, nice and casual, a blue lens sunglasses and a blue crossbody bag. We also have a mixed metal necklace to go along with it. Very cool, very summer. Two options that we've got to go through. One easy breezy, one a little bit more structured. Which one are you going to choose? That's the question I have for you, Style Squad, this morning. Please go ahead and head over to our page at Expresso Show is where you find it, and then you can let us know which vote you are going for. Now the pictures are there so you can actually see it on my body, and then you can go ahead and choose which one is your favorite. Option one, are we going for this easy breezy blue and white printed dress along with a belt, or are we going for our wrap dress as option two? Don't forget to use that hashtag styled by Woolies, and I know I've got my linen blend matching set on, but I think a touch of blue would really make this go even further. Tuesday, what are we doing?
All right, now, Zanzi, I need y'all to come through for sure. And I know whichever option you choose, our gal's going to look so good. But right now, the show's feeling really good, and we're going to come through with good conversation. Firstly, we've got a definite conversation we have to have with regards to TB. And we've got a doctor, and we've got someone that's going to be sharing some incredible insights into this one. And seeing that we are diving into the world of health, we're also going to get some yoga going on. So if you want those endorphins to flow, you want to find your center and get into your zen, well, you've come to the right place. Don't go anywhere. Get into something comfortable, and you can join us after this. See you soon.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and thank you so much for choosing us to hang out with you this morning. We've still got 3 hours to get right into, so let's sink into our first bit of conversation. Mzansi, what's one action, big or small, that we can all take to make our community safer, especially for both our women and our children? Now, this is a really poignant conversation that we're going to be carrying throughout, especially as we anticipate the 21st of November, which of course is the call for the national shutdown. And we want you to share your thoughts with us via voice note on 0630369649, or you can find us at Expresso Show across our social media. That question once again, what's one action, big or small, that we can all take to make our community safer for both our women and our children? A really important conversation we'll carry throughout. But speaking about conversation, let's get into talking about tuberculosis on this Health Tuesday.
Yeah, it's about time to bring in a very important conversation. So thank you so much, Carissa. And of course, Mzansi, let's weigh in on that conversation because you know how this works. It's two ways, yeah? You know, you get it. But for now, though, we're going to have maybe a three-way conversation because we've got an incredible panel joining us this morning and talking about something absolutely pertinent. Because in South Africa, TB is still one of our most urgent health challenges. Yet, it often gets overshadowed by illnesses that feel more visible or immediate. Now, many people still believe TB is something that happens somewhere else, even though it affects families in every province and across every age group. Now, the truth is that early symptoms can be easy to miss, and stigma still stops many from asking for help until it's maybe too late. So let's eradicate the fallacies and let's educate ourselves, because joining us today is Dr. Erin van der Hayden from the Western Cape Department of Health, and we have Goodman Makanda, an advocacy officer at TB Proof and a TB survivor. Now, they're here to help us understand the realities of TB right now and how we can protect ourselves and the people we love. So firstly, to both of you, thank you so much for joining this conversation. But how are you this morning? How are you doing?
I think we're okay.
We're good. I think we're excited to be
Yes.
here and excited to chat about TB
Yes.
because I mean this is what we do. This is what we breathe.
What
and
is.
yeah.
And especially in our country, because it is something that does affect us. So, Dr. Erin, let's talk about it, because TB in 2025, I think maybe we've been educated, maybe we've been leaning into some fallacies, but what's the situation and what are some of the misconceptions that you're still hearing in this day and age?
Yeah, so I mean, again, thank you for this opportunity because there are so many misconceptions
Yeah.
and people are still so fearful of TB. So I think that's one of the biggest things is that, I mean, TB is curable. Yes, people still die from it. And that's the tragedy. You know, we've got over 50,000 people dying annually in South Africa from a very, very curable disease. And then you hit the nail on the head. A lot of people think it's going to happen to other people. It's out there. It's not in
part of
my
my
community.
world,
It's
yeah.
not my world. You know, TB can affect anyone at any point, not to create fear, but it's not something that only happens with if you have HIV. It can happen to people who don't have HIV. It
Yeah.
can happen to any color. It can happen to any age.
Yeah.
And then it's curable. And I think that's one of the biggest things that we want to, you know, really encourage people. Be aware, we can help.
And probably one of the most beautiful things we can get from this conversation is the fact that we can literally help people through this and maybe make them aware of what they might be going through. Goodman, you literally lived through TB, man, and I can't be more proud to have someone on the couch as an advocate for change, for the fact that there's something that can be done about it and you don't have to suffer. But let's draw it back to that moment when you might have found out or realized, hey, hang on, something's wrong, something's not right here, and realizing what that diagnosis might have meant for you. What was that impact like?
Thank you for inviting us. I think, as my colleague mentioned, we're trying to make change and let people know and making awareness TB is curable. But people, they're still having a problem with the stigma around tuberculosis. So I think for me, my experience when it comes to, and then to become even a TB advocate, it's when I was diagnosed with a TB, and it was not an easy thing because on that time, even the TB symptoms, to cough up blood, it was not something normal.
Sure.
Even to be mentioned in the TB industry, to go out and seek help to make sure you are getting better. But it was coming as a surprise to me. Then when they told me I have TB, as you know, TB symptoms are to lose weight and all of that. But the challenge is now the TB is so clever now of these days. It's no symptoms. We are doing something to call TUTT, where we're targeting people that there are no symptoms at all, but to find out they have active TB.
Oh, wow.
So it's things like that we need to educate our community and making TB as a normal disease like any other disease. Even if you go to the healthcare facility, you've been checked HIV, you've been checked diabetic, but the only thing we miss is when it comes to TB until you tell us about the TB symptoms. So let's make it as a routine for everybody when you enter the healthcare facility to get those people, they don't have symptoms, but they are infectious to the community. So we need to educate our community, supporting them, make them understand exactly when it comes to TB. TB is a everyone's disease
Yeah.
that you can get it. Doesn't matter what kind of person. You can be working, you can be not working, but the problem is with always association with poor people. That is another thing. But we are breathing the same air. You are poor, you are rich, but we're breathing the same air.
So what does
So
it,
we
yeah.
need, yes, that we need to educate our community.
Okay, Goodman. So that's kind of scary, to be honest, because what you're saying is that sometimes these symptoms don't always appear and it might be too late. You don't even know that you have it. So, Dr. Erin, what are symptoms that you can maybe look out for? How to become more aware of our status or find out whether or not we have TB?
Yeah, so I mean, I think with TB as well, there are very classical symptoms, and Goodman mentioned, his experience with coughing up blood, but those are often later symptoms.
Yeah.
So like you said, TB actually starts and you might be walking around with it, maybe feeling a bit tired, you're sleeping, but you're still tired, maybe you've got a cough, maybe you're just not really feeling like eating, you're losing weight. So those are your typical symptoms, but we also know that those are actually still quite late symptoms, and those are in adults. Remember, TB can also affect children.
Yeah.
So TB in a child who's not thriving, who's not playing, those are often indications that there is TB. But we also know from the recent prevalence study that a large group of people, almost 40% of people, they don't have any symptoms, but they've got chest x-ray changes of TB. So one of the most important things, and this is where it goes to the community and to your family, is if you know someone with TB, you should be checked. And this also then goes to the person with TB, is if you have TB, you need to tell people because you have to protect your family, you have to protect your friends and your co-workers, your school settings. So I think that those are, there needs to be more open, honest conversations, bearing in mind the whole stigma. And that's why we're here, is to say, it's okay, it's no one's fault. This is an infectious disease through the air. We can't blame people, but you have to tell people.
Yeah, and these are the conversations that can actually protect people in the end, being aware of their status or being aware of how you can impact somebody. Goodman, I love your work, especially with regards to the advocacy work that you do. And you're someone that I could definitely ask this question with regards to some of the fears that most people might be experiencing, or maybe in the communities that people are still engaging with. What are some of those big fears? Is it the diagnosis? Is it maybe the disease itself? Or maybe the way others might necessarily treat you knowing that you have TB? What have you experienced, or what do you note in your side?
I've been working with the community for such a long time, and as a patient also myself. Yesterday, I met one of the TB patient that was infected by the friend. Just imagine, these people, they're not staying together, but they are friends, sometimes during the weekend sitting together.
Yeah.
But she never came in, or the friend never disclosed to them she is on TB treatment. That is another challenge, because as soon you've been disclosed, people, they treat you as a TB, not as a human being. So let's change the mindset to, when someone have TB, it's not because of your fault, as doctor mentioned.
Yeah.
The only fault that you did is to breathe. So meaning of, if you did a wrong thing to breathe, what else you can do? Because you need to breathe. So people, they have a fear when it comes to TB, because TB is associated with a stigma. That is a problem. Even in the community, when you start coughing funny, they said you cough like someone having TB. When you start losing weight, you're losing weight like someone have TB. When you're becoming too dark, and then you are dark like someone taking medication for TB. So TB is a stigma even before you've been diagnosed. Community diagnose you before even the medical doctor diagnose you. So if we can make TB as normal disease like diabetic, make people feel comfortable when you're having TB. Speak about it. You will be finding even people, when they finish medication, they don't want nothing to do to talk about TB. I'm the only doing advocating around TB because I see the situation, the gap in between, because to give the medication without understanding and support of the patient, that is another thing. We came up with a pilot to say, do motivational interview, not talking about the medication, but I want to hear who you are exactly. Tell me who you are, so I can understand you, so I can identify the loss to follow up in an early stage, to speak with the clinician to say, this is a problem, this person is not working. As soon the person getting better, I think this person will disappear to look a job somewhere. Let's act now before that comes. So if we can come with all of these ideas, sitting down with a patient, listen to challenges, and then the background of the patient, who he is, and then I think we can conquer it all.
Goodman, listen, I want to say thank you for being an advocate and for standing up and talking about this, because you're someone that definitely can create change. And I think right now that's happening. But don't worry, Mzansi, we're going to carry on this conversation, especially talking into the world of treatment and what can be done when we are dealing with TB. But again, this panel has been absolutely incredible. And because it is Health Tuesday, let's keep the health conversation going on right now.
Well, thank you so much. You know, Mzansi, that we want to assist in every single way on every single front. So if you are suffering from acute chronic constipation, then this one's for you. Now, Aspen's got you. For long-term constipation relief, Aspen offers Movicol, Pegicol, and Laxin. Now, for relief from occasional constipation, turn to Lenolax, Lenin Glycerine, or even Laxidor suppositories. And we've got so much more for you. For gradual constipation relief, there's Brooklax and Laxidor tablets. Now choose the laxative you need from South Africa's value-leading laxatives company and help your family get the relief that they need. Now, as Raul has says, we'll continue with that conversation with Goodman and Dr. Aaron straight after the break. Grab a cup of coffee and we'll see you straight after this.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, Mzansi, welcome back as your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And hopefully this conversation will make you feel good and not fear what's about to go down. Because we've been speaking with Dr. Aaron van der Hayden and Goodman Makanda about the real face of TB in South Africa. Now, we are going to be zooming in on the everyday actions, the options that allow us to protect families, the options for workplaces and communities. And it's about recognizing symptoms early, supporting those in treatment, and helping break the silence that still surrounds TB. Now, thanks again to our expert panel, but I love the conversation we had earlier, just with regards to educating ourselves on TB and what it's all about. But I wanted to maybe chat to you about this in terms of what do we do next? What happens if we're in a situation where we have been diagnosed with TB or we suspect that we might have it? Now, I can imagine that, as you mentioned, Makanda, some people might have fears about this and not want to speak up in light of maybe getting a positive diagnosis, which they'd rather just avoid. So what are the actual steps and what should be done here and is going to guarantee the best sort of result and efficacy for positive change?
Yeah, so thanks for that question. I think, you know, one of the most important things is knowing that how we diagnose TB, it's not invasive. So it's simply a cough and it goes off, you spit sputum into a bottle and it goes off to and they take a sample and they send it to the laboratory. And you can access any healthcare, government healthcare for free, and we do the tests and we send it off. But you can also go to your GP, and we're very lucky in South Africa. We've got excellent nursing staff in our clinics, you know, in our communities. Go and have a conversation. Go and talk to them. I mean, most South African healthcare workers will help you navigate this journey. We also do have chest x-rays in our communities. So I think what's very important is that you can go private or government and you'll be able to find help either way.
Yeah, I love that. And Goodman, for you, you've definitely made me realize something that's important here, and that's with regards to the stigma, which you've mentioned quite well earlier. But with regards to maybe those everyday habits, or someone that's maybe in that situation where they feel like, I'm just scared to go and find out that answer. What would you maybe say to them to kind of encourage them to go out there and do it? What's the positive reason behind it?
I think for that, you're asking a right question. We've been struggling to, if you go testing for HIV, you will having a pre-counseling. But when it comes to tuberculosis, you will just get a sputum and go around the butte and cough and come back the following day for your test results. Why we don't prepare them?
Yeah.
Before we cough, we explain what is TB. What if your results came back? How are you going to react? Who are you going to support? Who's going to support you? So we need also to change. We're not here to blame how we do our work, or maybe the department, or maybe this one doing better, or maybe private doing better. But one thing we're looking here is for patient patient-centered care in between. It can be tested private, but you will end up to the government hospital because tuberculosis medication is free. But let's work something out of preparing their mind before they've been diagnosed, so they won't have that fear or maybe that question, because as soon you've been diagnosed with TB, I was asking myself, why me? What happened? What I did wrong?
Yeah.
If I can rectify, why God you can't give me
Judging
that
yourself,
chance?
yeah.
You started the stigma from yourself. So before even the community been judging you, but it started from yourself. So if you can be well educated, people, they know TB outside, but when it comes to the real, when you're having diagnosed with TB, but those questions coming up, because people, they are blaming of maybe you are HIV positive because you have TB, you are this. The only thing that we get from why we're getting TB is to breathe the air. TB is an airborne disease that we need to emphasize to the community.
Yeah.
I will make my example for myself. I'm living with diabetes. I didn't know anything when you're having diabetes. You are a victim of having tuberculosis because of your immune system is working overtime. You know, yeah.
So it sounds to me like, with regards to moments of, let's say, treatment, you must go through some isolation then, right? I would imagine that you might feel lonely and feel isolated in that moment. So surely emotional support is quite important here. Surely practical support, help from the family can also assist in these moments. What can we do to make it a better process, or to be more aware of it and actually offer a helping hand when it's needed?
So I think, first of all, I mean, Goodman's covered it very nicely. Be kind to yourself.
Yeah. I love that, yeah.
So that's very important. There is going to be a period of time where you're going to go through this. The first 2 weeks when you have TB, you are infectious. And this is where it's very difficult. So you are going to have to stay at home.
Okay, and
Please
that's isolating
don't-
yourself,
yes,
preventing
and
the spread.
please don't go to work. Take time, rest. Very importantly, eat a balanced diet. Food has got has such an impact on
Food is
your
medicine,
recovery,
yeah.
right? Take your chronic medications, whether it's your diabetes, so look after yourself. And then from your friends and family, yes, they can come and visit you, but there's certain things, they should be checked for TB themselves. They should go on to preventative therapy. So we have, TPT, so TB preventative therapy, to protect themselves as well. So they must check in. After the 2 weeks of being on medication, you're not infectious anymore. So then you can start returning and you can start, building your strength back up. But be kind to yourself.
Well, from the both of you, I can't thank you enough for being a part of this incredible conversation, a pertinent one indeed, and one that I hope has educated you, Mzansi, and given you more of a better feeling to make that positive change. And I think for anybody out there that is maybe concerned or looking for some assistance right now, you can head over to the website, tbproof.org, for more information, or you can reach out to the Department of Health. They are online. That's WC Health and Wellness. They're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all the likes. So go get some help. There's help available to offer you a beautiful transition to deal with this, whether it's you, your family member, or anybody in your community. I think now's the time to bring this conversation to the forefront and eradicate all these ridiculous stigmas that have been associated with it. And I think it's thanks to advocates like you,
Yes.
Makanda. I really appreciate you, man. You are a hero that doesn't even wear a cape, and I appreciate you.
Oh, I love that conversation. Thank you so much for bringing that to the forefront. And now for some exercise to just release some tension. We are definitely continuing down this Health Tuesday, easing into this morning with a little gentleness and grounding. And joining us now is yoga teacher Jess Dawson, here to guide us through a mindful and healing routine designed to release tension, reset the body a little bit, and bring a sense of calm to the rest of your day. So roll out the mat, or if you don't have one, that's okay. Hit the floor along with us. Take a deep breath. Let's slow down and reconnect with our bodies. So welcome, Jess, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, so we are on the ground for some grounding. Where do we
Yes.
begin?
Okay, so you can start cross-legged like us, or you could be on your shins. And then let's just start by closing our eyes, starting to settle into the space. Start to notice your breath. Maybe bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Let's take 3 deep breaths together. So deep inhale through the nose. Fill the belly, the ribs expand, the heart rises. And sigh out the mouth. Another one like that. Deep inhale. Really fill up the torso. And release. Soften the shoulders. Soften your face. Last one, deep inhale. Expand. This time hold it at the top. Sip in a touch more air. And sigh it out. Seal your lips and continue to breathe in and out through your nose. Just a few more rounds to ground us and help us settle into the day. Really notice your belly rise, your ribs expand, your heart space lift. And then your exhales, everything contracts. Maybe take a moment to just check in and notice how you feel this morning. Take stock of any emotions, thoughts, sensations in the body. And just let them be. No judgment, just awareness. As we continue to breathe and start to move, maybe we make a little bit of space for whatever is coming up for us this morning. One more breath here with the eyes closed. Gently blink the eyes open and we'll start to move. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, twist to your right. Right hand lands beside you. Each inhale, we grow taller. Exhale to twist a little deeper. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Soften left cheek to left shoulder. Really reach through that top arm. Right hand lands to that left thigh. We'll take seated cat-cow. So inhale, heart lifts. And exhale, chin to chest. Feel free to close your eyes. Really get into your body. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, we contract and round. Last one, inhale, heart lifts. And exhale to round. Inhale, we rise up, arms unwind. And exhale, twisting over to the left. Inhale, we sit up tall. Exhale to twist a little deeper. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Right cheek softens to right shoulder. Release the left hand to the right thigh, and then those seated cat-cows again. Inhale to reach up, gentle back bend. Exhale to round. 2 more. Inhale, heart opens. And exhale, contract. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale to sit up tall. We'll place our hands to our sides just for a moment. We're going to set up for Janu Shushasana. So, extending our right leg just to the side. Your left foot comes to inside your right thigh. Inhale, we reach up. Exhale to twist and fold over that right leg. But it's early, so don't worry about how far we're coming down. With each inhale, lengthen through the spine, and each exhale, we soften a little deeper. Continue to breathe here for a moment. And slowly walk the hands back. Stargazer, left hand comes behind us. This one's a little funky. Inhale, we lift our hips up, land that right foot down, reach that right arm back. And exhale, soften your hips. We'll flow that out. So inhale, reach up. Exhale to twist and fold. Inhale, stargazer. Don't worry what it looks like, just notice how it feels in the body. And exhale, we soften. Switching out the legs.
Awesome.
Left leg long, right leg in. Inhale, we reach up. Exhale, twist and fold. Inhale to lengthen. You can always reach for your calf or your foot here. Exhale to fold a little deeper.
This is a good stretch.
It's a good
actually.
stretch.
Yeah.
Then we rise up, right hand plants behind us. Inhale, stargazer. Reach, really expand through the heart. Exhale, we soften. We flow that out one more time, just like we did. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, fold over that left leg. Inhale, stargazer. Really reach up, expand through the heart, lift the hips. And exhale, we soften.
I'm gonna have to end this right here. That was a beautiful stretch, but honestly, more than anything, I just feel like I'm more reconnected to my body. Jess, thank you so much for being here. Where can people connect with you online?
Yeah, on Instagram at Pause with Jess.
Pause with, that is so perfect for
Yes.
exactly what we did right now in Zanzibar. We took a pause, we took a moment, and hopefully you joined us on your mats right now. We're gonna continue just a little bit longer because we can. We're gonna take the quickest ad break and we'll see you straight after this. One more move, Jess. Let's continue.
Move. Okay, so reach legs out in front of us. Inhale, we reach up.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show indeed, right here on S3 and Mzansi. Always so good to be with you. And we always love getting to celebrate amazing people, but also tell you about exciting things. Because Cape Town's biggest action sports festival returns later this week, bringing world-class skate and BMX talent of Battery Park. Now, one of the standout names is South Africa's own Brandon Valjalo, a national and African champion who's competed across Europe and the US and proudly represented the country when skateboarding made its Olympic debut in Tokyo. Imagine! He joins us this morning to chat about the event, his story, and what fans can look forward to later this week. So everybody, please help me welcome a king. It's Brandon Valjalo. Brandon, you Olympian, how are you?
Thank you. I'm good, thank you, Zanele.
That's
and stoked to
good.
be here with you guys this morning.
Oh, it's so amazing to be with you because, Brandon, it's so exciting that you are somebody that, you know, has competed all across the world, but you also still love just being part of the events back home, right?
Of course. I
Yeah.
mean, for me, there's nothing better than being out there to skate with the South African crowd supporting me, and also just being able to inspire the next generation of kids that get to watch and get to really soak in the atmosphere that an action sports event holds.
Yeah.
And be able to entertain them at the same time, you know? So always stoked to travel around the world, skate, learn a little bit more about the culture and the industry worldwide.
Yes.
And then bring that knowledge back to South Africa.
I love that because we need a next Brandon, right?
100%.
Right?
100%.
And
I
of
mean,
course, yeah.
yeah, development-wise and just being able to help skateboarding grow, we need the next generation to come through.
100%. And I love that you're such a big part of that because we always need that inspiring person who's actually allowing them to see that it's possible, right?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
But talk to us then about your mindset heading into AltX. You know, what are you thinking? What's going on? What's got you most excited?
I mean, for me, it's always about recreating the same day that I get to experience every single time, right? So competitions, there's no difference from me skating every single day and being able to train. So when it goes into competition and knowing skateboarding, for me, it's all about confidence. So if you go into the event confidence and stoked and like with a positive mindset, you're always able to create that reality. So for me, I just wanted to be another day skating, going out, performing, doing what I do best.
Yeah.
And have fun and connect with everybody. And for me, that's how I get the best performance out of myself.
I love that. And imagine the fact that you started out skateboarding on one of your brother's old boards.
Yeah.
You know, when you look back on your journey and just how far you've come, what's something that really sticks out for you that makes you just be like, oh my goodness, that was so memorable and it's been such a pivotal part of my story?
So I think for any skateboarder, if you get to ask them what is the thing that gripped them the most, it would definitely be the first kickflip, right?
Yeah.
So for me, being able to land that first kickflip and how long it actually took me to get it right.
Hectic.
After that moment, when I landed my first one, I got that feeling of reward and being like, wow, I really achieved something. So there's no motivation monetary-wise that is as good feeling as being able to progress, right?
Hectic.
So for me, that was a pivotal moment because that's when I realized I was hooked. And I was like, oh, all I want to do is learn more tricks, learn new tricks all the time. So I was very much influenced by being able to progress rather than a monetary kind of motivation. So
that's incredible.
that would definitely be the first thing that gripped me. But then from there, there's been quite a few moments that have stood out for me, and that's winning national titles or going to represent the country out there at the debut of skateboarding in the Olympics was a really big one for me. And just being able to live the dream and travel the world and be able to skate and meet people, it's really a dream come true. The young version of myself would definitely be proud of where I'm at today.
I mean, you can only be proud. Being an Olympian and everything now, I think it's so exciting, especially given the fact that, you know, it's so new to the Olympics and so new to the world that it's being taken so seriously, right?
100%.
But let's then talk about just what we were touching on in the beginning, where, yes, you've skated around the world and you've skated here in South Africa. You know, how do they differ? And what really makes you always be like, I love the home vibes the best?
So obviously the people make the difference, right? So when you connect with the community and you skate with friends that I've grown up with, being able to see how they progress has definitely been something for me that is inspiring as well. You know, seeing the progression of South African skateboarding, having the young guns beyond me and try and beat me and take me off the top, you know, that keeps me on my toes at the same time, you know? So I always got to be switched on. I always got to be able to try my best and be able to make sure that I do my best because there's really talented skateboarders, and even skating the national championships 2 weeks ago in Soweto, I've seen a lot of progression and a lot of kids that have just started 2 years ago show so much potential and talent, you know.
Beautiful.
So I know South African skateboarding's in good hands, and I think in terms of international standard, we're getting there.
Amazing.
We just need a little bit more in terms of facilities and maybe product to be available for kids. But other than that, development-wise and talent-wise, we have the kids, we have the potential.
Come on.
We have everything we need to have a world champion.
Come
from South Africa.
on. That's so beautiful. I love hearing that our future's bright because as South Africans, we've got championship in our blood, right? It's what we do. But then talk to me about what we're going to be expecting at Battery Park this weekend. For anyone coming to be a spectator, you know, what exactly should we be really looking forward to?
So, I mean, the event brings a great vibe. Any event that's watched through globally has just been always a great time. So if you're looking for family vibes, a good weekend with Table Mountain as the backdrop, good weather, extreme sports action from the BMX
Yes.
riders and skateboarders at a very high level as well, and good competition and good atmosphere, a crowd, good entertainment. You'll be stoked to be able to be there. And yeah, let's have a fun weekend. So you should be
Beautiful.
stoked for all the action that's about to happen.
I love that. Brandon, I'm proud of you. You know, I tried to skateboard when I was young. It didn't work out so well. So I can live vicariously through people like you, okay?
Amazing.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Brandon.
Thank
and
you.
all of the best with AltX and everything more.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. You better remember the name because he is a king that is making us proud all across the world when it comes to skateboarding. So don't discourage your child from skateboarding. They could be a Brandon, you know what I mean? Being an Olympian and whatnot. But it's all happening at Battery Park this weekend at the V&A Waterfront. AltX Africa, my friend, from 10 a.m. It's going to be everything and more. You can go on over, and that is where you'll get to see superstars like Brandon taking on the board and just, you know, trying to catch some air and everything else in between. Right about now, though, we're trying to catch a little bit of the road, if you will, over in Cape TZ for Shizi. My family, what's going on?
Well, Zanele, I'm definitely not bored after that conversation, but I can tell you that I can see that man's ankles glowing. They're looking so strong and powerful. Definitely inspired by that one. But hopefully we can give you some more inspiration because the F1 season might be wrapping up, but Shell V Power is keeping the excitement in overdrive. And it's another race weekend and another chance for you to fuel your F1 fantasy and score VIP tickets to the ultimate F1 season finale watch party at the iconic Kyalami Grand Prix circuit. Doesn't this sound too good to be true? But believe it or not, it's happening. I want you to picture this, right? You and 3 of your ultimate pit crew watching the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix in full VIP style. Electric atmosphere, good vibes, and all the high-octane action you can handle. Now, here's how you need to enter, because clearly you need to enter this one, right? You want to tag 3 Dream Pit Crew members. That's your friends or anyone you want to bring along for the ride. Tell us why they are your ultimate racing squad, and then just don't forget to use the hashtag #FeelItAll. It's really that simple. Now, the question is really, if you could watch a Formula One race live anywhere in the world, which track would you choose and who's with you? So we obviously asked you this question, and you all have come through with some incredible comments, and let's read through them right now. We've got Charmaine Kruger, first up, says, Monaco Grand Prix. Oh, what a track. Absolutely iconic. With my best friend, that sounds like a dream come true. I've actually gone out to Monaco to check that track out. It is just immaculate. I definitely agree with you over there. We've got another one from Catherine Raul, says, I've always wanted to go to Monte Carlo, Monaco, another one, and watch from a fancy yacht and explore the sights and stand on that hairpin bend and check out the tunnel that the F1 drivers race through with hubby Carl Rudolph Raul. Oh, with hubby. So just you and the mans, right? Not bringing anybody else, no other plus ones? That's fine. Keep it close, keep it tidy. But I love this conversation. And Venetia Rit also says, wow, my bestie or my man. Still deciding, and would have to be Tokyo. That's just the playground for F1 racing. Oh, the Tokyo Grand Prix is an absolute magic one on the list. And it looks like y'all have still got one more comment. Frank Montgomery. Well, lots of comments through, but I think I'm going to choose Frank as the last one. Frank says Singapore Grand Prix, and with my son, who is an F1 fanatic. Guys, I love these comments. All 3 of you are bringing your special people along, giving special comments, and not forgetting that hashtag. So if you want to enter, then get involved right now. The clock is ticking, and with Shell, you don't just watch the race, you live every pulse, every pit stop, and every victory lap. So don't stall at the start line. This is one race you definitely want to be a part of. And here's your reminder. The competition closes Friday, the 28th of November. Your T's and C's do apply, but I'm going to just send good vibes, good luck, and good energy your way because, this could be a day to remember. But now, though, there's still a lot to look forward to. Obviously, Carissa's getting dressed by you, and you're going to come through with those options on the poll. And then we're going to chat to our superstars ahead of the NAFTA nomination. Yes, it's Ayanda and Palesa coming through just to highlight why they are potential award-winning magic artists. Yeah, it's all happening right here at your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Mzansi, don't go anywhere. We'll see you in just a bit.
Only you can make my day.
Get ready to spin and win with World Sports Betting. Every Friday morning on Expresso, one lucky viewer will walk away with up to 5,000 Rand in cash. Want in? Simply head to the competition post on Expresso's Facebook, Instagram or X pages and answer the weekly question and include hashtag World Sports Betting. Don't miss your chance to turn your Friday morning into a winning one. T's and C's apply and can be found at expressoshow.com. World Sports Betting, where every spin could be a win.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, Mzansi, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And what a show we've had already. A lot of magic, a lot of great conversation, and also asking you for some assistance. Because earlier, yes, we asked you to come through and help Carissa choose between two dreamy blue and white dresses. And the votes are in, so let's see which look won your heart. Before we even do that, though, I want to read out some of the comments on social media because y'all have been going crazy. And it seems like it's been a tough one to decide which is a winner because they both look so good. So let's see what the people had to say. We're going to start off first with Norma Parker Pattern Z, who says, good morning. Carissa, definitely option 1. It's an outfit for every day and any occasion. And you know, every day our girl gone slow. That's what's happening. Norma Parker, love that comment. And Tanya da Silva Ferreira also says, option 1, hashtag style by Woolies. It's such a difficult choice. Both are gorgeous. And Tanya, I definitely agree with you. I think she'd look good in both. They both are going to offer something opulent and amazing, but you all get to make the decision here. Navata Charlene Naidu says, good morning all. You rock both. I know. But with this heat, the less, the better. Sleeveless number 1 is the way to go. I like that, Navata, coming through with some practicality, not just the good looks as well. So, Mzansi, I want to say thank you for coming through for all these votes. I know it was a tough one, but officially, we've got our winning look. So let's bring our model in to show it all off.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Me?
This
Oh
is cool.
my, isn't it cute?
Yeah.
Listen, there were two options when it came to the blue and white sort of pattern. And Mzansi, you came through looking good. I mean, even a bit of a shimmy really helps it. So you can wear it out like a bit of a trapeze, but we've belted it in, cinched in the waist, and made sure that everything came together beautifully.
You just always want to show off your curves. I see you.
Yes,
Listen,
sir.
I'm probably thinking your man out there watching you right now is like, oh, I got to plan something proper for my lady because she's looking good. So
This is what I'm
expect
saying.
a date night for sure, or maybe even like a afternoon sundown.
Oh,
I
like a
don't know
little
what you're
afternoon
feeling.
delight, a
Yeah.
soiree. I love it. Also with the strappy blue heels, like it just complements each other so beautifully. I also have a brown bag that I'll show you in just a bit, Expresso fans. So
Okay.
thank you so much for voting and choosing this absolutely gorgeous look. It is so nice for anybody of any size, any shape to really have an easy breezy
So
summer.
Mzansi did well, yeah?
You did
Y'all did well. Thank
fantastic.
you
Look
for
at
coming
that.
through. And we're talking about everything that you can get into for the season, from bold patterns to crisp white dresses. You can discover your sunny day style with Woolworths' range of summer dresses, just like our model over here. And don't forget, it's available in-store, online, and of course on the Woolies app. So what are you waiting for? Go get styled out and look this good with this kind of glow.
It's possible,
This looks
guys.
good on you.
It's possible. Well, thank you so much, Mzansi, for making sure I look good for the next 2 hours of the show. Let's get 7 o'clock kick started with your national news headlines. Now, in his weekly newsletter, President Cyril Ramaphosa said South Africa is a, quote, country and an economy on citing falling unemployment and improving government finances. Now, Statistics South Africa reported the official unemployment rate dropped to 31.9%, with nearly 250,000 more people employed, while the medium-term budget policy statement pointed to a third consecutive primary surplus. Now, he added that S&P's upgrade of South Africa's sovereign credit rating for the first time in nearly 20 years reflects stronger tax collection, highlights accelerated structural reforms, and rewards Eskom's improved performance. In other news in the country, International Relations Minister Ronald Lamola said yesterday that the United States' decision to boycott the G20 summit following accusations of human rights violations against South Africa should be seen as an absence, not an embarrassment. Now, the summit, scheduled for this weekend, will go ahead with over 40 heads of state attending, while Russia, China, Mexico and Argentina will send representatives. Lamola added that South Africa is ready to hand over the G20 presidency to the US in 2026, emphasizing that the doors remain open if they wish to attend. Well, internationally speaking, Ukraine will acquire up to 100 French-made Rafale jets over the next decade under a letter of intent, signed Monday by Presidents Volodymyr Zelensky and Emmanuel Macron at Villa Kolobli Military Airport. Now, the deal also includes drones, air defense systems and munitions to strengthen Kiev's defense amid rising Russian attacks. Now, Macron said the plan addresses both immediate needs and long-term military regeneration, with financing expected through EU programs and frozen Russian assets. Now, the commitment is political rather than a formal purchase agreement. Meanwhile, Boeing Air said Senegal will buy 9 737 MAX aircraft under a new agreement signed at the Dubai Air Show, with options for 6 additional jets. Now, the deal announced by a Boeing official at the event marks a major fleet expansion for the West African carrier. Senegal's Minister of Infrastructure and Land and Air Transport, Yankoba Diémé, and Boeing Senior Executive Brad McMullen attended the signing ceremony. Now, the purchase forms part of Air Senegal's broader push to strengthen regional as well as international operations. And closing off with a heartwarming twist for your 7 o'clock news here, a pit bull named Ron has become the most unexpected recruit at the Delran Township Police Department in Minnesota, the United States. Just months ago, he was days away from being euthanized in a shelter until a rescue group noticed his potential and trained him for the narcotics work. Less than a month after graduating, he helped crack a meth case in a neighboring town, becoming New Jersey's first pit bull canine hero and rewriting the breed's narrative. Now, often misunderstood because of irresponsible owners, pit bulls rarely get credit for their gentle and intelligent nature. But with the right guidance, Ron is proving what he is capable of, and that potential shouldn't be defined by breed. Oh, well, Ron, you've definitely made it up there in terms of being our best friend and our hero. That's where we leave your 7 o'clock news. Now it's time for your sporting highlights with Raul.
Thank you so much, Carissa. And from Pitbull Heroes, we move to Springbok Heroes. We talk about rugby first. Now, the groundbreaking Nations Championship launches in 2026, with South Africa hosting England, Scotland and Wales next July as part of a fully competitive global tournament. Now, the new Sanzar Six Nations venture will feature 12 top nations and culminate in a dramatic finals weekend in London, with every match which will carry points, adding weight and intensity to the international calendar. Well, definitely exciting stuff indeed, but even more exciting when you talk about boxing, because Jake Paul will face former heavyweight world champion Anthony Joshua in Miami on December the 19th. And Matchroom Boxing has confirmed this, with the 8-round bout at the Kaseya Center being streamed globally on Netflix. Paul, 12-1, is coming off wins over Mike Tyson and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., while Joshua, returning after defeat to Daniel Dubois, called it a big opportunity, as both promised fireworks. Well, let's move to football next. The Namazulu have bolstered their midfield with the signing of free agent Langehlile Mhlongo, formerly of Richards Bay. Now, the 24-year-old made 49 starts over 3 seasons for the Natal Rich Boys and said he's ready to contribute and eager to work with coach Arthur Zwane and his staff. While sticking to football and making it an international affair right now, the Netherlands booked their 2026 World Cup place with a dominant 4-0 win over Lithuania, scoring 3 goals in 5 minutes after the first half break. Now, Germany followed with a ruthless 6-0 victory over Slovakia to top their group, while Croatia capped the night by rallying from 2-0 down to beat Montenegro 3-2, and that was through Nikolai Vlasic's late winner. Well, that's a roundup of all things sport. We'll do it all again in an hour, but for many of you heading out on the roads now, I'm sure that traffic might be in your favor or not, but here's the latest and seeing how we can assist you. Let's go.
Thank you so much, Raul. And yes, we are here to assist Mzansi. Let's get you through those roads because things are looking a little bit hectic in Gauteng. Starting off in Menlo Park, there's been an accident on the N1 northbound at Atterbury Road. The left shoulder is closed with no current delays being experienced. But please, we are urging you to drive carefully and remain vigilant over there. Then over in the Mother City, Kells River, congestion is slowly building up on the R300 north at Van Riebeek. This is due to increased traffic volumes. Delays are expected, so please do plan accordingly and use an alternative route if you can. You got to make sure, though, that you buckle up and arrive alive because you know we always want you to get there in one piece. We'll keep you up to date with anything else that does come through. But for now, let's take a look at your weather. This morning, the South African Weather Service has issued a yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms for most of the country, which could cause localized damage to infrastructure, property, vehicles and livelihoods, with short-term disruption to municipal and essential services. Residents are urged to please remain vigilant. Extremely high fire danger is forecast for central and northern Cape and the western parts of the Western Cape, with authorities warning of potential localized damage. Now, when it comes to the weather, it never ever stops you from sending in your sunrise video of the hour, which we absolutely appreciate. And this morning, a huge shout out to Werner Middleway from Stickland, where it's going to be 25 degrees Celsius. Werner, this is so beautiful. How did you get it so correct? The light is gorgeous from the sun. You get to see the silhouette of the tree and the bush above. You are incredible. And thank you so much for this, because I feel like you're spoiling us as a country. And in Mzansi, we want to be spoiled by you as well. Snap up that picture, send it through on the WhatsApp line 063-036-9649. And as I always say, we get to show your fellow South Africans what you're waking up to. Right about now, though, let's show you what your rest of the day is looking like in terms of your temperatures.
Can I just say that I absolutely miss these sunrise views. Thank you so much, Mzansi, for keeping them coming, keep elevating our mood and just making it feel good on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
Oh,
That's
I
thanks
like
to you.
that.
Yeah.
Mzansi, listen, we'll continue making you feel good, because if you enjoy entertaining in style, then this one is definitely for you. Maxwell and Williams is offering incredible Black November deals every day on statement dinnerware, but also elegant serveware. So let's have a look with what they've got to offer.
Every day brings something new to the table with Maxwell and Williams. Bring a touch of coastal charm to your table with Capri Serveware. Perfect for summer entertaining, this bright porcelain range captures the effortless beauty of Mediterranean dining. Fresh, relaxed, and made for sharing. Today's deal is purchase one round platter and one oblong platter for the bundle price of 763 Rand, a massive saving. It's beautifully gift wrapped and designed to mix and match with the full Capri range. All you need to do is visit maxwellandwilliams.co.za and click on Black November deals. Complete your table piece by piece with Maxwell and Williams.
That was cool, yeah? That was cool. That's what the inspiration is all about. So if you want to shop these deals and more, all you got to do is head over to maxwellandwilliams.co.za right now and bring a touch of everyday luxury to your home.
Oh, I love to see it. And while we're speaking about homes, let's head into the kitchen, because Tastemaster Junior is coming our way. In fact, it's already here, and we've been enjoying meeting our contestants. And up next, we have to introduce you to both Sarah Flowers and Joy Omalo. They are doing fantastic things with the season and definitely with seasonings. So let's see what they're getting into.
We're also going to be seasoning those ears a little bit, because Kenza is in the house, going to be bringing us some new music and every reason to get down and boogie with it. So Mzansi, start warming up and get ready for it, because it's just going to heat up straight after this. Yeah, work the skouers first.
It's my feel good breakfast show.
So what do we do when we want to make you feel good? We put together a whole bunch of things that are in the building. And what are we talking about? Well, later on, we're going to be getting in the kitchen. But right about now, we're with someone who does a whole lot of cooking in the studio, okay? The vibrant sound of South African dance music has taken the world by storm, my friend. And this morning, we are shining a spotlight on one of its brightest stars. If you don't know him yet, you better remember the name Kenza, okay? He's a producer who spent the last few years shaping the modern Afro house sound so beautifully and creating beloved tracks alongside names like Ami Faku, Simi, and Sun Al Musician, and so many others. But now he's stepping into his own spotlight and he's ready to take us on a journey through rhythm, melody, and soul with his debut solo album, Music in Colors. Please, everybody, help me welcome a king. It is none other than Kenza. Kenza Licious, how are you?
Thank you so much, Daniela, for having me.
Of
guys.
course,
How
thank
well?
you.
Nice to be here, man.
We love having you with us, Kenza, especially because you are a talent to be celebrated.
Thank you.
Doing such incredible work. And this is why, I have to ask you about how you were part of a celebrated duo as well, which was Claudio and Kenza.
Yeah.
And now you going solo, let's talk about how exactly it shaped your production style and shaped you even as an artist.
Yeah, as an artist, you must it's like a journey, so you must always keep evolving yourself.
Yeah.
Keep getting better, keep learning from others, like your peers around you, and take what you can.
Yeah.
And, express yourself, at the end of the day. I was part of a duo, Claudio, excellent producer also, my bro. So in 2020 and then 2021, we split up and we did our own things, both of us.
Yeah.
So I've just been finding my feet, finding my sound,
Yeah.
building some songs, releasing a bit,
Yes,
Yeah.
and killing it. That's what you've been doing.
Hey.
And what would you say you learned the most from being a duo with Claudio?
So at the time I was very young, I was like 19. He was like, I don't know, like 24 or something. 23.
Yes.
So he was way more experienced than me. So I was learning a lot of small things, techniques, and stuff like that. 'Cause I was just fresh and chaotic and all over the place, It's like, no, try this, calm down, yeah, man. So I was just trying to learn, like being a sponge.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's so important to do that, especially when you have access to people who've been in the game for longer than you,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So you've got a couple of mentors in this music game.
Yes, I am blessed.
You are very
Yes.
blessed, my brother. Talk to
Highly.
us. Who are those people, if you'd like to mention, and what is the biggest thing that you've learned from them?
Yeah. First of all, man, like my uncle, his name is Tim. He laid the musical foundation since young. I was like a kid. So he's like, this is how music works. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I took it from 4 to 10,
I
like,
love
cool,
that.
Cool. Let me do that.
Yes.
And then production-wise, I have to mention Sun Al Musician. He always mentored me nicely, how to perform, how to even dress at some points, like how to interact with your fans, stuff like that. So I've definitely been favored with a lot of dope mentors,
Yes.
So that's just a few to name. There's so much people that I learned from, so.
I love that. And one thing about Sun Al, he will mentor people, which is really so beautiful. I think it's always so important for those who are doing incredibly well to help the next generation, right? Which is incredible. But talk to me then now, because we see the current South African Afro house, a scene going in a certain direction. Talk to us about how, it comes all together with the rise of 3-step, but still with the original sound. What do you see in terms of just where it's going?
I like that the music is branching out, I like that many things is popping at the same time.
Yes.
I like that it's not just Amapiano or not just Afrotech, but Afro House is also coming through now, Shim's is doing so well.
Yeah.
And, Black Coffee's been killing the Afrotech scene, Amapiano, Thailand, everyone. So it's nice to see 3 waves doing well. So I'm trying to bring another wave here.
Come on.
Like mixing everything together.
Yes.
And just making colorful music, like emotive, vibrant music,
I love that. And people were so angry when Amapiano was the only genre that so many people were listening to.
Yeah.
So I'm glad now there's a bit of a balance.
It's a little bit of a balance,
Yes.
TikTok also was full, just piano.
Piano the whole time.
Yeah.
Now it's 3-step taking over, Afro House taking over.
Now.
It's nice. It's nice.
Finally, hey.
But now it's also led to this beautiful offering of yours. It is your debut solo album. And we want to hear about what exactly it is that we can expect from Music in Colors. When you go and you listen to it, what is it that you wanted to put together to make sure that it says Kenza?
Yeah, you're definitely going to hear my personality in there. So I'm very like a chilled person.
Yes.
But with the right people, you know, I'm high energy, you know. So the album goes from low energy to euphoric vibes, like you remember, and it goes to high energy, hype, and it comes down again, maybe love stories. So there's a little bit of everything in there, you know. That's why I called it Music in Colors, because there's so much color inside the project itself, you know. It goes from yellow to dark to blue to purple, you know. So yeah.
I love
That's
that.
the vibes, you know.
And I like the fact that you use the word emotive, because I think that, you know, it's always so beautiful to be able to see artists take their emotions and sort of turn them into music.
Yeah.
So talk to us then about, you know, your own personal emotions in terms of using that to kind of translate it into the instrumental or vocal tracks. How did you take that, your experiences, and make it into the music that we hear today?
I always loved the relatability of music, you know. So that's the first thing I'm thinking when I'm completing a song or completing a vibe. I'm like, yo, is this relatable? Does this feel relatable, you know?
Yes.
And I've been blessed over the years, you know, people are commenting on my stuff like, yo, this song, you know, is making me feel like this. I'm like, yo, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
So I just want to be relatable with the music and make people feel something. Even if it's not how I feel in that moment, but to capture the feeling, you know, and make people feel a certain way. That's the whole point. You know?
Come on. And Kins, I'm going to put you on the spot here. You have to choose one song off of the project. Which one is it? One, your favorite.
Abaseko.
Abaseko.
Abaseko featuring Mtunzi, yeah.
Yes.
It's the one right now for me.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm so excited that we get to, you know, experience it. And more than anything else, I'm so excited about the fact that you didn't just go on this album journey on your own, right? You brought along some people. You got in some amazing collaborators, from Ami Faku to Sanal Musician, a whole lot of peeps. Talk to us about how it was that those collaborations came about and why were they right for this specific project?
Yeah. I've always been working with the likes of Msaki, Ami Faku, Sanel, Simi, and Mtunzi, you know.
Yes.
Because since I was 19, when I came in here, I just did my Zuma years, you know. I just put in the work, just work, and don't expect songs even. I was just delivering, you know, trying to give. So now it's finally beautiful to see that they're also turning back the wheel and giving back, you know. I know. Oh boy, it's just shy something there.
I
you know?
love that.
You know, so it's dope to see the giving back a little bit, you know. So I would say it's also through Sanel Musician who put me in rooms with these people, you know.
Incredible.
Like I was 19, making songs with Mafiki Zolo and stuff, so I'm like, yo, it's wild out here, you know.
That's beautiful. And I mean, today you've brought along Mtunzi. Talk to us. With you guys, how is it when you're in the studio? How do you guys get on?
Mtunzi is one of the most talented guys I've ever worked with, you know.
Yeah.
He's the complete package, you know, because I can just start something like this with the drums maybe, and then you will do the chords while thinking about the song, building the song in his head, and then just recording. We actually very fast. The first song we actually made or worked on was the Gibambila, which is one of his biggest songs, you know, or one of our biggest songs.
Yeah.
So, you know, we've been coming a long way, you know.
I love that. I love that. And you know, Kenza, I can also sing. I'm just sick at the moment, so I can't sing for you right now. But I'll send you some stuff, okay?
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Here's the mic, eh?
No, don't worry about it.
Mics.
We'll do Music in Colors Part 2.
Okay.
You and me.
Okay.
Perfect.
Follow up.
Amazing. Yes,
Okay.
exactly. Okay, Kenza, you're not going anywhere. You need to entertain the nation. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Beautiful. And Mzansi, this is a guy, like I said, you need to remember his name because he's still in the building and he won't be going anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. This is where you need to stick around for it because we're getting to celebrate his brand new project, Music in Colors. And I'm so excited because he's brought along Mtunzi as well. And it's so nice, it's so delicious, it's so amazing. So make sure you do not go anywhere because that is all happening right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show and more. And speaking of more, my gorgeous family over there in Cape Teasy, Foshizi, are you good? Are you well?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm really well, especially seeing that you brought your backup artist in, seeing that you were saying you were sick and you can't perform today. So thank you for being Kenza through. Of course, don't forget that day because he's going to be performing in just a bit. And like you said, we are feeling good because I've just got the plug on something absolutely good for you because you could become a winner by playing Powerball and Powerball Plus for 44 million Rand in total estimated jackpots this Tuesday. Now, you want to do the following, right? Play Powerball for an estimate 41 million Rand and a Powerball Plus for an estimate 3 million Rand, all happening today. So don't miss out. Buy your tickets now now in store on the nationallottery.co.za website. You've got the mobile app, there's cell phone banking, or you can simply dial *120 *7529 hash and then follow the USSDs. It really is that simple. Now, we also posted all these details on our Expresso social media pages, so you can literally go check it out right now and Panda Push Up Play the Powerball and Powerball Plus for 44 million rand in total estimated jackpots, all happening today. So Mzansi, play now, and yeah, hopefully you could be a millionaire. Carissa, what else is happening and what can we look forward to?
Well, Raul, I'll tell you this much, Mzansi, I do not have the lotto numbers in my bag, but what I do have is what's coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast show. All right, we've got a 60-second cupcake challenge along with our Tastemaster Junior Season 2 contestants. It is, of course, Joy Umalo as well as Sarah Flowers. Now, they're going to be having a fantastic time together as we are and as we have been as well, so don't go anywhere. We'll see you straight after this. I'll meet you with my bag.
Whatever your reason to go, you could get up to 100% off on flights. Book on our banking app. Your story matters.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Oh, yes, it is. Right here on S3 is where we are feeling good because you're in the building, Mzansi. Thank you so much for joining us and allowing us to start your morning off on the perfect note. And I promise you we're about to put you in a good mood as well because we've got cupcakes in the building. See, the thing is, the Tastemaster Junior Kitchen has been bursting with energy, a whole lot of creativity and incredible talent. And today we're joined by two young chefs who absolutely embodied that spirit 100%. Now, they may have left the competition, but they impressed us with their confidence, their creativity rather, and their huge hearts. And everyone, we are so excited to welcome to the Expresso kitchen. It is Sarah Flowers and Joy Ngumalo who are about to share their favorite moments, the lessons they've learned, and what exciting things they're going to be dreaming up next. Let's give them a feel-good welcome, please. Pretty girls, how are you?
Good, thank you. And you?
I'm amazing, thank you. Thank you so much for coming into this beautiful space, not just because you brought cupcakes, but because we get to celebrate you guys. Ladies, well done. I'm so proud of you for what you did on Tastemaster Junior. It's been amazing. But I need to ask you because I feel like it's always so exciting to be doing something like Tastemaster Junior, right?
Yes.
Let's quickly talk about your guys' journey there. You know, what was the biggest thing that you learned about yourselves? Let's start with you, my angel.
I think the biggest thing that I learned about myself was definitely I can do more than I think, because I would have never thought that I could make sausage from scratch.
Oh, wow. That is amazing. And what about you, Joy?
I think I'll also have to go with the same as Sarah, because we made things that we never thought we could make, such as fudge and wors from scratch.
Yes, that's amazing, guys. Now you guys are like Nora Smith, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Just can cook up anything in the kitchen. I love that. And in terms of the competition, what was the moment that you feel like you were most proud of yourself? Joy, you can kick us off.
I think the most dish I'm proud of is the pie challenge, although I was eliminated, yes. But then I think it's the one that brings me out, that brings my personality out more, and it makes me stand out because my pie was unique and, you know.
Yeah, I love that. And it's always good to be unique.
Yes.
And what about you, baby?
You stole my answer. I was about to say.
Also the pie
The
challenge.
pie challenge.
Why the pie challenge for you?
Because I think that what I envisioned definitely came onto the plate, and I'm very proud of my dish.
I love that. And I know that, you know, there's always just a lot going on in that kitchen, right?
Yes.
Talk to me for you guys about the moment that really made you sweat, where you were now scared and you were worried and you were like, oh my goodness. What was it for you, my
I
angel?
think definitely the fudge challenge. That was the most challenging of all.
Yes. Why was it so
very hard.
challenging?
I think getting everything correct and making sure everything's perfect.
Yeah.
Was definitely challenging.
And it's a very intricate recipe, right? Yes. And you, my love?
For me, I think it has to be the wors. Yo.
Was the water showing you flames?
Yo, it was.
But look now you know how to make vors,
Yes.
right? And guys, I know that one of the things that was really big about Tastemaster Junior was learning, which is really great because the judges were always there giving you tips. What tips are you taking away from this incredible journey?
I think I'm going to take Fritz's advice that it's not all about following a recipe, but also understanding the flavor and the presentation as well, and the texture of the dish.
That's a very good lesson. I love that. And for you, my love?
I think also a big thing with seasoning, we had a big problem with that on the show.
Yes.
So just tasting as you go along and making sure everything is how you envisioned it.
Okay. And I did hear the other guys telling me about the seasoning. What was the problem with the seasoning, girls? Talk to me. What happened? What happened? Were you guys scared with the seasoning?
No, I don't think so.
Was it too much for you guys? Because I remember it was too little for the other ladies.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's okay, guys, because you learn by going along, right?
Yes.
That's the best part. But then, speaking of the best part, what was your favorite part of getting to be part of this journey?
I feel for me, it's when I got to meet all the other contestants, because we were like family, like we're so close.
Yeah.
And now having to part with them,
It's tough, nah.
It's very
I get
tough.
it. And also going through something that's like a difficult journey sometimes with people, it bonds you together, right? I love that. And you, my love?
I think definitely the teaming up with all the other contestants was very fun, even though it was stressful.
Yeah.
But I feel like we learned a lot about each other.
Beautiful. And speaking of learning from each other, did you guys take any tips and tricks from your fellow contestants, you know, outside of the judges? Was there anything that you saw in the kitchen where you were like, yes, I'm going to do that when I get home?
I think definitely Rory's pork and apple pie. It sounds very interesting.
That is very interesting. Pork and apple, Lee. Sana. Okay. And what else goes in that pork and apple?
I think it's just like stewed, almost like...
Really? So almost like an apple pie, but with some pork.
Yeah.
Hectic. I don't know why, but I'm intrigued. That's amazing. And for you, my baby?
For me, I think it has to be Cody's, was it chicken something? I forgot what it was called.
Yes.
But something along those lines.
Yeah, a chicken dish.
Yeah.
Amazing. I love that. And I'm so proud of you guys for putting yourselves out there, because it's always so important to do that, and doing so at such a young age. I really know that you guys are going to be like the presidents of our country one day. You know what I mean? But guys, I also have to ask you, because, you know, there's always thinking of what's next. What's the next exciting thing I can do? So what is next for you guys? What do you want to do next?
I want to redeem myself for episode 2.
Oh,
the cake challenge. Yeah.
How exactly would you redeem yourself, my darling?
I feel like I didn't give it all my best because team challenges can be tough and yeah.
That's true. Okay, and what about you, honey?
I think also just retrying all the dishes that I made, but doing it at home.
That's exciting. And now you won't have like a timer. You know, take it slowly, step by step. I love that. And talk to me as well, just in terms of who you got close to in the competition as a whole. Who was the person that you guys really, really just made a bond with?
For me, I wouldn't say I was close to anyone specifically because, as I said, we were all like family, so we were all close to one another. So I wouldn't say I was close to anyone.
One specific person. That's adorable. Is the same for you? I love that. And tell me, guys, when did you guys realize that you can like actually cook? Because I remember for me, when I was like 11, I burned something. And then from there, I told myself I'll never burn it again. When did you realize that you can cook?
I think 2016, that's when I realized that I can cook.
Amazing. And you, honey?
I feel like last year, because I started experimenting in the kitchen a lot and really just trying out new recipes.
Oh, I love that. Beautiful. Well, guys, I love that you are people who are comfortable in the kitchen because I'm not trusted in the kitchen. But this is why we always have people like you who are very talented at it. Are you guys ready for this cupcake competition, hey?
Yes.
Okay. Zansi, the time has come. Sarah and Joy are about to take us on a joyous ride of them making some delicious cupcakes. They're getting to decorate them more than anything else, and that is where the magic is going to be. We're going to hear from our judges who it is that takes the cake today, or takes the cupcake. But you need to remember that Taste Master Junior does play every single Tuesday at 7:30 on SABC2. That is where you get to go on a culinary adventure of notes with our superstars that are just like Joy and just like Sarah. Now, do not go anywhere because in 2.5 seconds, we're about to see what's going to happen with this beautiful cupcake competition. But watch this.
It's a game of hide and eat on the Taste Master Junior this Tuesday evening at 7:30.
Let's get cooking. I don't even know where to start. It's supposed to be boiling.
I don't think I have enough time.
Finish up, get it in the oven, please. No.
What? I'm absolutely finished.
They can hide the veggies, but they can't hide from the pressure of elimination. The Taste Master Junior, Tuesday evenings at 7:30, repeat Wednesdays at 1 and Sundays at 4 p.m.
And you got to make sure that you tune in because, oh my goodness, our future of the culinary vibes in South Africa, Sana, they are being put to the test, but they're coming out on top. And this is why this morning we're getting joined by these two beautiful humans who are about to let us in on how exactly they're going to take the cake when it comes to the 60-second competition. So, ladies, I have to ask you, how are you guys going to do this? Because you only got 60 seconds. So talk to me. What's your strategy? Sarah, let's go with you
I think my strategy is just to get as much as I can done.
Okay. Okay. So quantity over quality for you. Okay. Talk to me, Joy. What about you?
I think the same as well.
Okay, the same as well. Okay, let's get 60 seconds on the clock. Ladies, let's get you ready. Okay, I'm going to count you down. Okay. I'm going to say go. You're going to do the things that need to be done. And then after 60 seconds, we're going to hear from our judges who it is that gets to be the winner. Okay, are you guys feeling nervous? Do you feel like you're on Taste Master Junior again?
Yes.
Right? Yes. Me as well, I get it. Okay, here we go. Please, 60 seconds on the clock. Is it there? Beautiful. Okay, ladies, I'm going to count you down from 5, and then you got to do the things. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's cupcake! Okay, it looks like Joy is grabbing a scissors. She's cutting the, is it the red icing? Yes, it is. It looks like we've got some cutting of the green icing from Sarah. Let's look what these ladies are going to do. I feel like a commentator of a cupcake competition now. Oh, my goodness. Okay, girls, let's see. Oh, you see, I didn't know what to do with this. I never knew that's what you guys were going to do. That's incredible. Okay, and we've officially got some icing on the cupcake. And it's looking like Sarah's having a little bit of trouble with the icing coming out. But it looks like Joy has got some things going on that side. She's already onto her second cupcake. Let's see what's going on. Sarah, is it officially coming out now?
Yep.
Perfect. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, it looks like Sarah's got a little bit of a smiley going on in terms of what she's doing. Let's see, how are these ladies going to get to come out on top? I'm so nervous. Okay, girls, there's less than 30 seconds left right now. How are you guys feeling? Let's try and do what we can. Let's try and do what we can. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ladies, let's Stop the count! Stop the count! Let's see.
I don't know how you do
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna come a little bit closer because I need to see what is happening over here. Okay, these look like Shrek cupcakes here with a little bit of some chocolate, you know, on top. All right. Over there it's looking Valentine's-y. Sarah, it's looking Valentine's-y with a little bit of Shrek cupcakes as well. Okay, ladies, let me quickly hear from the judges who our winner is. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Joy Mumalo. Clacky. Congratulations, Joy. Give us a victory speech. Who do you want to thank? Who do you want
Thank
to
you to my mom.
Yes.
To my mom, was definitely my mom.
Oh, beautiful. Girls, I'm so proud of you guys. Thank you so much for coming through and being part of this awesomeness. But well done, like I said, for putting yourselves out there. It's such a tough thing to be on something like Tastemaster Junior, but it's also fun, right?
Yes.
Yes, 100%. So thank you so much. And do you want to thank anyone, Sarah?
I also thank my mom.
Your mom. Shout out to the mommies. Stay there with the cameras behind. And you're doing amazing, sweetie, which we love. Thank you, ladies. Well done, all right? Thank you. Mzansi, this is what it's all about. It's about our young people getting the platform to show the country what it is they're all about, but also their beautiful talents that just get to be cultivated each and every day. Now, this is where we get to see it happen in terms of the culinary space on Tastemaster Junior every single Tuesday, 7:30 on SABC2, where we get to see who is going to come out on top. Right about now, though, let's head on out to Cape TZ for Sheezy. My Mother City babies, I know you're jealous. I'm going to eat some cupcakes. All the best to you. Mwah.
I received that.
That was just for you. Oh, the girlies did so well. Well done to them. And of course, congratulations to them for getting this far on Tastemaster Junior South Africa.
Yeah, now we're going to be celebrating all throughout the show right now, and especially for our teachers. And we've got incredible gift ideas for exactly the people that have shaped us, that have impacted us, and have possibly resulted in all of our success. So if you're looking for inspiration, you've come to the right place.
Oh, I like that. And you know, they say not all heroes wear capes, and teachers, we're talking about you. But speaking about heroes and champions, of course, we have to touch base with our girls, Palesa and Ayanda from Afternoon Express, because congratulations to them. They have become NAFTA nominees, along with our 5 nominations here on Expresso. So this weekend's going to be epic, and we'll find out exactly why you need to vote for them.
Smooth, creamy, country fresh.
Anyone for ice cream?
Whether it's lunch with the family, birthdays, fries, or just because, there's always more Country Fresh desserts to share. So get sharing, because there's 5,000 Rand plus a Country Fresh hamper up for grabs every Thursday on The Expresso Show. To enter, share your Country Fresh dessert on The Expresso Show or Country Fresh social media pages. T's and C's apply.
Smooth, creamy, country fresh. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yeah, welcome back, baby. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and I still see you out there getting inspired, loving the show, and I'm going to keep that energy going on right now because, hey, we've got the perfect dose of inspiration for you.
Yeah? Absolutely. Well, as I knock over the gift that I would go
Getting
for,
excited already.
I'm getting so amped for this. After another busy school year, it definitely is time to celebrate the incredible teachers who inspire and uplift our children every single day. And here are our top picks for the best in-class teacher gifts and also thoughtful treats to warm their hearts and ease their stress. And I do think teachers are just absolutely, completely stressed out all year round, not even just this time of the year. So why do you believe it's so important to celebrate our teachers?
Well, if I think about the impact that they've actually had on me, on so many of my friends, and the reason why you could call any of this success is probably because of our teachers, the way they shaped us, the way they inspired us, kept us engaged, and that was really, truly the case for me. My teacher was also the one that unlocked my athletic ability and was someone that believed in me. And I think that was so important and is still important in this day and age because you need external validation to allow those magic moments that you have inside you to come out. So teachers are doing exactly that, giving us a reason to believe in ourselves. And I think for my teacher especially, that was something I experienced so truthfully.
And who better than the person that guides you every single day in a class setting? If you hear the positive feedback from them, you're like, I must be doing something right.
You've got to be doing something right.
Come
So
on.
is there like a memorable teacher or anyone that's impacted your life that you can kind of like definitely say, yeah, that was my favorite teacher, or that was the moment for me that was a catalyst to my success?
Oh, absolutely. I think it was two of my favorite teachers, one from primary school. She literally only taught, I think, our grade 2 class for a short term, but she made such an impact in my life. Her name was Miss Wickham at the time. I don't know if she's married by now, but she was absolutely fantastic. Love her to bits. She would take us outside and disrupt the normal schooling system, read books to us as we were going. I mean, there's me graduating.
Is this you?
That's me graduating.
Oh, my word.
Where you'll find that picture. I did not go, no, I'm joking. I did consent. That is a beautiful little picture of little Carissa. And she was just incredible. And then we had Miss Hartman in our high school years. And she, is that you, Rob?
It might be.
Miss Hartman in our high school years. Not you being nature boy.
Yeah, that's quite true. Like the old nature boy thing happened quite early. I didn't even realize that.
Riley, is that really you?
Oh, that's me at Berkeley Primary School, like sub A. I'm not going to say what year it was because it was very long ago.
subs.
I was in sub A, yeah. There was no grades back then. It was standard one after sub A.
I'm not laughing.
You are. You're making fun of my age.
I'm not making fun of anybody. But honestly, our teachers just mean the world to us, and they've really, like you said, shaped the people that we are today.
Yeah, shout out to Miss Hartman.
Miss Hartman, Miss Wickham, and every other teacher that had the privilege of teaching.
Yeah, I have a shout out to one of my teachers from primary school, actually, and Berkeley Primary, to be specific, was Mrs. H and Mrs. V, or Mrs. Voges. These are teachers that literally believed in me, like I said, impacted me in such a positive way. Not just in swimming, where we broke all those records in the pool, but also just seeing their style, seeing how they brought some of my sort of creative side to life. And yeah, this is sub A.
Let me see if I can find you.
I'll give you a chance and then I'll show you where I am. I'm sporting a dapper. No, that's my friend Dane Ling, my mate Dane Ling. But this is me over here with the side path, let's keeping it regal in primary school.
Oh, come on, little prince. That is so funny.
Like, these are also the teachers that allowed me to do like reality shows and concerts and stuff and brought that creative side out. And I think this is the reason why I want to do this. And I want to kind of pick out some of these incredible gifting options for the people that have impacted us. And for me, I want to give something to Mrs. V. Mrs. V was someone that obviously, like I said, did the most, but she also was like one of the coolest and most stylish teachers ever.
Yeah?
She had fashion flair on another level. So the bag for me and the scarf to match, I think it's just going to be the perfect accessory just to kind of elevate her because she needs to have her looks match her personality. And that's absolutely sparkling and radiating. So I think I'd accessorize her and then probably choose one of the many assortments of delicious delicacies that you can have. I don't know which one yet. I'm still going to try to figure that out.
Okay, I love that. Okay, for me, I'm going to go for two options. Number one is definitely the advent calendar. I love an advent calendar because it has a little gift every single day leading up to Christmas. And this one is a self-care one. So it's got the masks, the hand creams, the cuticle oils, also the teas. And speaking about teas, I'm a tea girl. I love a tea. It just really gives you a moment to have a grounding session throughout the day. So
I think I changed my mind after that. I think I want to grab that as well.
I love this gift over here. And I also love a mug. I think for any woman, it really is such a great idea to have some tea time. And this one comes with a notebook for to-do list, and it also comes with teas. So it's an all-in-one. And you know, women, teachers, anybody, the lists.
That's a cool idea for like catch-up conversation. Like, how have you been? What's been happening in your life? That's the cuppa that you want to have that conversation about. And I was looking for where we actually put this, but I see here it is. Here are my options. The mini oat crunches. I love all the mini shortcake biscuits and everything else that this comes in, especially the packaging. And for me, the thing that stands out again is, look at this. The container for this is so cool. It's so regal. Something that I think you would almost utilize for many reasons after the fact.
Absolutely.
I'm thinking like picnics, I'm thinking going out and having like something small that you pack in there. So again, Mrs. V, you can expect something good for all the good stuff that you gave me, and of course Mrs. H as well. But guys, I think this is the reason why we need to celebrate our teachers, right? We've got to get into the inspiration of gifting, and what a perfect time to do exactly that with so many perfect options. I mean, come on now.
Come on, Woolworths always has our back when it comes to anybody and gifting anything. So let's celebrate all teachers with this collection of teachers' gifts. You can shop them in store, online, and of course on the app.
Yeah, and listen, it gets even better because you can stand a chance to win a 1,000 Rand Woolies gift card. And how do you do it? Well, it's simple. Just reply to the competition post on the Expresso social pages and tell us the following. What Woolies gift would you give to your favorite teacher? Yep, it's that simple. Don't forget to use the hashtag Woolies Christmas in your answer. And a reminder, the competition closes midnight, Wednesday, the 19th of November. And the T's and C's can be found at expressoshow.com.
Oh, I love to see it, man. I'm so tempted to take one of these for me.
I know. And as you were mentioning as well, I'm like looking around, I'm like, hang on, there's even more options. We've got like some awesome body sets as well. I'm like, I think I'm just going to grab it all.
I think so too. Okay, listen, I promise it's not for me, okay? I promise, I promise. This one is for the teachers. Here you go.
Oh, well, this one celebrates the moments where we get to catch up. Here's another reminder, Mzansi, get involved in all this inspiration. Gifting inspiration couldn't get finer. And I think after this, we have even more reason to celebrate.
There are so many reasons to celebrate indeed, and Mzansi was so glad that today we get to celebrate some of our family, because the 3rd annual South African edition of the NFTA ceremony is scheduled to take place on Saturday, the 22nd of November at the South African State Theatre. And the awards aim to honor creativity, quality and excellence in film and television, and providing a platform to showcase local talent on a global stage and inspire future generations of creatives. Now, this morning, we're joined by the beautiful hosts of our sister show, Afternoon Express, which was nominated for, listen to this, Best Entertainment Show at the NFTAs. And in addition to that, Palisa Tembe was nominated for Best TV Presenter, and Ayana Jitabete scored nominations for Best Female TV Personality and Best Celebrity Personality. It's big things, it's amazing things, and honey, the space has been elevated since they stepped in. Everybody, please welcome to the show our sisters. It is Bali and Ayana.
I love it.
My girls, how are you?
So good, gorgeous. How are you?
I'm amazing. You guys must say nominated. When we ask you how you are, nominated.
Nominated.
Ladies, congratulations. It is so well deserved. You guys have just been absolutely killing it in your own right, in terms of the entertainment industry, but also on Afternoon Express. I mean, we're all there tuning in because of these two beautiful faces.
Yeah.
So thank you guys.
Oh my gosh.
But guys,
are you? If it's like a pinch me moment, right? It really feels. I'm
like
hearing you introduce us. I'm hearing you speak us up and build us up, and feeding life into us. And I just feel like it's just like goosebumps.
And it's because of the work that you guys have been doing. And ladies, I want to take it back, because you came from the presenter search.
Yeah.
You came from a pageant.
Yes.
Right? Ladies, talk to us just about, this specific moment, and just in terms of how your presenting styles have even just really evolved over time, especially coming from presenter search until now. How has the journey been, and, how has it gotten you to where you are right now?
Absolutely crazy, dynamic,
Yes.
energetic.
Yes.
I think that, a university degree.
Yes.
I feel like I have 75 university degrees.
Oh, my goodness.
Because the platform that we work on exposes us to so many people, diverse individuals, people who, stand up for a cause, that are passionate about their field, and that just feeds me as well.
Yeah.
And, I think the thing that I appreciate about working with Ayanda on Afternoon Express is exactly that. Coming from Presenter Search, we embraced not being perfect. Mistakes make magical TV moments.
That's true.
If you're blending something up, or if you're holding a snake on your, the screaming, the shouting,
Yes.
But Ayanda has like a polished,
Yeah, she can handle any
pageantry.
situation. You go to a pageant.
Pageantry. I feel like I think our
Yes.
different presenting styles are perfect for the show, because I am raw. I will say the things, and I'll ask the questions, and I'll come with the attitude and the vibe.
Yes.
And Ayanda's like, So then how did you feel?
So then how did you cope while pressing, while calming down?
Yeah, calming down this girl right over here. I
Yeah.
think you guys balance each other out perfectly. And
Yeah,
just like you said,
completely.
pageantry.
Yes.
Ayana, talk to us about the journey, because I mean, is TV presenting what you wanted to do after pageantry?
Honestly, it's always been something that's been at the back of my head. Like my mother will have this conversation of, we knew where you'd end up, because you would take anything in the kitchen as I'm cooking and say, how are you feeling today, moms? And give her the spoon. So she knew that it would always happen, but I am the girl that lives by 5-year plans. I knew exactly what degree I'd do, where I'd go after university. And then COVID happened. And my plate started feeling really empty in my final year of university. And I was like, okay, what can I do? Miss SA.
Yeah.
And that was a magical process, because all they expect of you in that space is for you to be yourself. And you realize in that space what your strengths are. And it was connecting to people and talking. I love attention, and that's not going to change anything soon. So it just happened naturally for me to be here.
Yes, I love people that know themselves. You know you love attention, it's okay.
Girl,
It's
yeah.
fine.
I mean, I was literally the girl doing a J-Lo music video dance routine in front of the camera, making all of my brothers, I have 4 brothers, making all of my brothers sit down, line up, and let me perform, honey.
Exactly. And honey, we let you guys perform there on Afternoon Express. Why?
love
Because you
that you
guys
do.
bring the magic. So talk to us then about what these specific nominations genuinely mean to you, but what were your initial reactions?
Honestly, shock on my part.
Yeah, then you both were just shocked now thinking about it.
Thinking about it, because I
Yes.
think we're realizing it's sitting at
Yeah.
here. And for me, it's so early in my career as well. It kind of feels like when you struggle with imposter syndrome of, but can I fill this role? Can I actually do it? I'm trying to rebrand from being a pageant girl to a media personality.
Yeah.
Finally got bold enough to put it on my Instagram bio that I'm a multimedia personality.
Yes, girl!
This nomination has kind of validated that for me, to feel like I should be here. I'm not here by chance. It wasn't just like...
And can I tell you something? Ayanda, I actually interviewed her in Cape Town on Afternoon Express before she was present on Afternoon Express. But the intentionality Ayanda has had about her career is something that is inspirational, I think, even to me, who's been in the game, you know. She DM'd me. She was like, girl, it was lovely meeting you.
Oh, that's amazing.
But she was like, I really want like a gateway into the industry. Can we meet up for tips, tricks, and how to kind of get in and any kind of skill upliftment. She was so, I mean, she put herself out there. So I think she's very well deserving. She was very intentional. And I think that she definitely deserves to be where she is right now. And for me, I mean, for my, when I found out, she actually told me, she sent me a voice note. I was on my way to India.
Congratulations.
She was like, congratulations on the nomination. I said, nomination?
What nomination is this?
I was like, are you talking about me? So when I found out, I was just like, yes. I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's safe to say I'm the longest running Afternoon Express presenter.
100%.
Yeah, it's been about 7 years that I've been on Afternoon Express. And I think the longest running Afternoon Express presents was probably about 4 years.
Wow. Do you see why it's so well deserved? You guys have been putting in the work, and I think more than anything else, just like you said, the intentionality, which is why now I have to ask you, how do we vote? How do we make sure that you bring it home? Because it is all about the peeps doing the voting things.
Okay, I'm going to look into the camera.
Do it, sweetie. I'll look with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, guys, girls, theys and thems, please may you go onto www.nationalfilmawards.com. You have to register. You have to become a member of the site, and then you get onto the voting.
Yes.
Now, after you have, of course, registered as a member, then you just put the / at the end of the link, at the hyperlink, and say voting. And then, of course, you'll see your girl.
Yes, please, sweetie.
We've got 3 categories that we're nominated in. Best TV presenter, best TV
personality, and celebrity personality.
And,
And
of course, the show. As best entertainment show. And guys, please, we would really, really, really appreciate your support. We've got about 2 days.
Yes.
Time is running.
So what is your last message then, Ayanda, to the people for the voting?
Message is, we see your support. We feel it. We know that you guys are watching the show because you're always on our social medias telling us how well we're doing. So just a huge thank you. Want to personally thank our KZN people. We're both KZN girlies.
Yes.
And the fact that you always speak to it is incredible to us. Siyabonga kakhulu.
Oh, and babonga, babes. And this is why they are nominated, Mzansi. Ladies, congratulations. And this is also why you're going to bring it home. We're so proud of you. And thank you for being such inspiring queens. It means more than you know to so many people than you know.
And congratulations to you.
To you,
on your
Auntie.
nominations.
Yes.
Congratulations to you, Zanele
You are
Potela.
so silly. Do you see? This is why we say we're family. And everyone, you know you got to do what you need to do. And that is to make sure that Afternoon Express brings it home along with the two ladies that are behind the genius that is this gorgeousness. Please make sure to head on over to www.nationalfilmacademy.com, register and vote for Afternoon Express for Palitembe and Ayanda G. Tambete. And right about now, you need to know that voting closes on the 20th of November, and this is how you can do just that.
Afternoon Express is proud to be nominated in multiple categories at the 3rd Annual National Film and TV Awards taking place on Saturday, the 22nd of November. And you can add your voice by voting. Visit nationalfilmacademy.com, register and vote for Afternoon Express in the Best Entertainment Show category, Palisa Tembe for Best TV Presenter, and myself, Ayanda Jitabete, for Best Female TV Personality and Celebrity Personality of the Year. Voting closes on the 20th of November at midday.
The Expresso Morning Show is waking up to some incredible news. We have been nominated in 5 categories at the 3rd Annual National Film and Television Awards South Africa.
This year, we are proud to celebrate Graham Riches for both Best TV Personality and Best TV Presenter.
Then Carissa Caputo for Best Female TV Personality. And of course, the Culinary Hotline Expresso for Best Entertainment Show.
And to top it all off, Expresso Show for Best Current News Program.
Oh, so the awards take place on Saturday, the 22nd of November 2025 at the incredible South African State Theatre in Pretoria. And now it's time for you to help us bring it home.
Please, public voting is open from the 13th of October until the 20th of November at midday.
So visit nationalfilmacademy.com, register, and then cast your votes for Expresso Morning Show and your favorite presenters.
Don't forget to catch us weekdays from 6 to 9 a.m. on S3.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It is your Feel Good Breakfast show, and the show that in fact has been nominated 5 times over for your NAFTAs. Remember, you've got 2 more dates to vote, so make sure you get that in before the 20th of November. But that brings us to your final news bulletin this morning. Let's start out nationally with the South African government, who said the unexpected arrival of 153 Palestinians on a chartered flight last week raised suspicions of a coordinated effort to displace Palestinians from Gaza and the West Bank. Now, the passengers landed without Israeli departure stamps and were held on a plane for 12 hours before President Cyril Ramaphosa allowed entry under a 90-day visa exemption. Now, Foreign Minister Ronald Lamola said the government does not want any further flights, describing the arrivals as part of a broader, orchestrated agenda to move Palestinians out of the region. Now, in other news in the country, in his weekly newsletter, President Cyril Ramaphosa said South Africa is a country and an economy on the citing falling unemployment as well as improving government finances. Now, Statistics South Africa reported the official unemployment rate dropped to 31.9%, with nearly 250,000 more people being employed, while the medium-term budget policy statement pointed to a 3rd consecutive primary surplus. Now, we added that S&P's upgrade of South Africa's sovereign credit rating for the first time in nearly 20 years reflects a stronger tax collection, highlights accelerated structural reforms, and also rewards Eskom's improved performance. Now, in your international news-making headlines, armed men killed a teacher and abducted at least 25 students from the government girls' comprehensive secondary school in Maga, Kebbi State yesterday morning. Now, police said the attackers engaged security personnel before scaling the fence and seizing the students from their hostel. 1 staff member was wounded, while a coordinated search involving police, military units and vigilantes is underway. And northern Nigerian schools have increasingly faced kidnappings for ransom, and authorities have banned payments. Now, families in Maga remain fearful as rescue efforts do continue. Meanwhile, Ukraine will acquire up to 100 French-made Rafale jets over the next decade under a letter of intent signed Monday by Presidents both Vladimir Zelensky and Emmanuel Macron at the Velikoble military airport. Now, the deal also includes drones, air defense systems and munitions to strengthen Kiev's defenses amid rising Russian attacks. Now, Macron said the plan addresses both immediate needs and long-term military regeneration, with financing expected through EU programs and frozen Russian assets. Now, the commitment is political rather than a formal purchase agreement. Now, let's close up your final bit of news on this morning with a heartwarming way and a win for conservation in the Garden Route with a 300-hectare stretch at Volklip near Herald's Bay that's been bought by a family of long-time holiday goers who plan to transform it into a Herald's Bay Nature Reserve. Now, once scarred by illegal dumping, unmanaged access and invasive plants, the land will now be restored after 2 years of careful negotiations. The new custodians aim to revive rare fynbos, protected endangered species, and introduce a gentle park and walk system to the lookout points and trails. Now, with community volunteers, educational signage and a future visitor centre in the pipeline, the reserve is set to become a shared coastal haven for generations and a fresh gem for visitors exploring the Western Cape. Well, that's your final bit of news for this morning. We'll touch base again at 6 a.m. tomorrow. Signing out is a NAFTA-nominated presenter heading into your sporting with Raul.
Carissa, beautiful stuff indeed. And as we wrap up our final rendition of all things sport, we start off with rugby news. Now, the groundbreaking Nations Championship launches in 2026, with South Africa hosting England, Scotland and Wales next July as part of a fully competitive global tournament. Now, the new Sanzar Six Nations venture will feature 12 top nations and culminate in a dramatic finals weekend in London, with every match which will carry points, adding weight and intensity to the international calendar. Something we're definitely looking forward to, and especially if you are from the world of boxing, or just interested in it, because right now there's something to get excited about. Jake Paul will face former heavyweight world champion Anthony Joshua in Miami on December the 19th. And this has been confirmed by Matchroom Boxing, with the 8-round bout at the Kaseya Center being streamed globally on a very popular streamer. Now, Paul, who has 12-1, is coming off wins over Mike Tyson and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., while Joshua, returning after defeat to Daniel Dubois, called it a big opportunity, as both promised fireworks. And yes, fireworks indeed will go down. And for now, though, we carry on with sporting headlines and move to things in the world of football. Now, Mazulu have bolstered their midfield with the signing of free agent Langalihle Mhlongo, formerly of Richards Bay. Now, the 24-year-old made 49 starts over 3 seasons for the Natal Rich Boys and said he's ready to contribute and eager to work with coach Arthur Zwane and his staff. While we move to football abroad next, and the Netherlands booked their 2026 World Cup place with a dominant 4-0 win over Lithuania, scoring 3 goals in 5 minutes after the first half break. Now, Germany followed with a ruthless 6-0 victory over Slovakia to top their group, while Croatia capped the night by rallying from 2-0 down to beat Montenegro 3-2, and that was through Nikolai Vlasic's late winner. Well, that's a roundup of all things sport. We'll definitely dive into all the latest tomorrow morning. But for now, though, a last rendition of Traffic, and Carissa's got the latest.
Thank you so much to our nature boy. Let's head into your traffic for the final time. And we touch base in KZN out in Umgeni Park, where heavy delays are being experienced as a result of a stationary truck on the N2 southbound. And that's after Umgeni interchange. Now, lanes are currently restricted, so avoid the affected area if you can and make use of an alternate route. Let's head over to Cape Town in Milnerton, where back-to-back traffic is being experienced, and that's along the N7 southbound at Bosmansdam. So please plan your route accordingly if you haven't headed out yet, and maintain a safe following distance. But wherever you're headed this morning in Mzansi, stay alert, buckle up, and arrive alive. So we leave your roads this morning. Let's have a final peek at your traffic. Well, in your weather news, the South African Weather Service has issued a yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms for most of the country, which could cause localized damage to infrastructure, property, vehicles and livelihoods, with short-term disruption to municipal and essential services. Now, residents are urged to remain vigilant in this time. And then extremely high fire danger is forecast for central Northern Cape and the western parts of the Western Cape, with authorities warning of potential localized damage. And all of that brings us to the final sunrise view on this Tuesday morning. And this one was sent by Vikas Sedze out in Botrivier. An absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous morning view there with the muted colors of the sky. But you can still tell that it's going to be a beautiful day indeed, Vikas. And I feel like you almost manifested that with this beautiful work of art. 24 degrees is what you can expect on your side of town. And we hope that you continue spreading the joy as you have this morning. But that number, 06303699649, is how you get in touch with us directly in studio to share your morning view with us. For now, though, let's get you prepped for the day with your temperatures.
So that's exactly what your temperatures are looking like, Mzansi. Kodwa ke, apa eGoli, the temperature's about to rise. Why? Because we got two superstars in the building. Kenza spoke to us all about his new project, which is Music in Colors. And right about now, him and Mtunzi are about to give you a taste from that specific project called Abaseko. Everybody, please give it up for Kenza and Mtunzi.
Whatever your reason to go, you could get up to 100% off on flights. Book on our banking app. Your story matters.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and we really hope and pray that we've made you feel super good this morning. It's been a Health Tuesday, but it's also been a Winning Tuesday, hasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And let's talk about those winning feels right now, because you could become a winner by playing Powerball and Powerball Plus for 44 million rand in total estimated jackpots. It's all happening this Tuesday. So you can play the Powerball for an estimated 41 million rand and the Powerball Plus for an estimated 3 million rand, all happening today.
That's
a lot of millions.
I know. That's a lot of millies. So don't miss out, Expresso fan. Buy your tickets now. You could do so in store. You could head to nationallottery.co.za. There is a mobile app to download. You have cell phone banking, or simply go ahead and dial *120 *7529# for all of your USSD.
Yeah, now we also posted all these details on our Expresso social media pages, so you can literally go check it out right now and punt, push, or play Powerball and Powerball Plus for 44 million rand in total estimated jackpots, all happening today. So all you got to do is go play, and I'm sending you good luck.
Oh, I love that. And we also want to send you over to the Jersey streets, because I know Zanele has got you.
Bring it on.
Yes, I do have you indeed, Mzansi. And listen, the air is still buzzing from one of the most glamorous nights of the year. What am I talking about? Well, this past weekend, the Mrs. South Africa Grand Finale took center stage, celebrating the strength, resilience, and beauty of married women across our nation. It was a night of absolute magic. I saw all of the stories on Instagram, but it was where dreams took the spotlight, and one extraordinary woman was crowned to embark on a life-changing journey. Everyone were honored to have the newly crowned Queen grace our studio this morning. Her name is Varushka Singh, and please come and give her a feel-good welcome. My gorgeous Varushka, how are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm amazing, thank you. Is everyone at home singing? Because
they're singing. They're all singing.
They're singing with gladness and happiness and celebrations.
I think so.
Oh, Varushka, congratulations. It's such a huge thing to be wearing this beautiful crown, because you came out on top from an incredible woman. Talk to us about what it was that was going through your mind when the crown was placed on your head.
You know, it was such a moment of deep gratitude. That's how I felt.
Yes.
I had felt the feeling in me so many times before, just imagining it and picturing it.
Yes.
So that moment was just deep gratitude. I thought about the journey, and I'm like, I just felt, okay, this is the responsibility. It's my time to serve.
That's incredible. And I love that you said it's your time to serve, because some people just think it's just a crown and a sash and we get to have fun.
Yes,
no, there's work to be done.
Exactly.
But there's even work that goes into the journey, just getting to even just the finale. So can you talk to us just about what exactly that's been the most surprising or challenging part of the whole journey of becoming Mrs. South Africa?
Yes, so for me, I think it's becoming more visible. So I come from a background that's corporate, engineering and climate change, and I'm used to, you know, my laptop and the technical space.
Yes.
So to be on stage with bright lights, it was a completely different thing for me.
Wow.
And then also balancing, I think, motherhood, my career, and the journey, that was a bit challenging. So learning how to do that, I think I found like my inner strength and my voice, and that was amazing.
That's incredible. And of course you did, ma'am. Otherwise you wouldn't be sitting here. You did so beautifully. And of course, we know that each of you, as the contestants that get to the grand finale, you always have a social initiative, something that's really close to your heart, where you do want to serve in that particular space. Let's get into what is yours exactly.
Yeah, so I've been involved in climate change for over 14 years. That's where my career path has taken me.
Yes.
It's something that I'm truly passionate about, because I do believe it's more about human-centric climate change. It's not just about environmental issues, and I want to bring that to light. Yeah, it's about our health, our safety, our livelihood, and that's my platform.
I think with you saying you want to bring it to light, that also kind of just brings it home as well, right? Because a lot of the time people are like, the last rat on earth. People are like, I don't care about the last rat, you know, but when you're like, it affects you with diseases and things like that, that's when it makes it real, right?
Absolutely. There's no, you know, without a planet, where do we go?
Exactly, exactly. And even then, they should care about the lost rat, because they also have their own, you know, job. Exactly. But now, of course, there is the fact that you now have this national platform. How do you plan to use it so that your social initiative can get more eyes and is able to even be taken more seriously, particularly with something so important?
I'm absolutely honored to have this platform. You know, it's such a privilege, actually.
Yeah.
So I do want to bring a lot of awareness to the issue.
Yeah.
To everyone, you know, to mothers, to children. I'd like to go talk to schools. I'd like to do more workshops and more empowerment, just to spread more knowledge and awareness. Yes.
That's beautiful. And I love that you want to get into schools. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I'd love to.
You got to start them young. And I
have
think
to.
it's so important with Gen Z as well, because they are the people who really do care about the planet. They care about who's making a difference. How can they make a difference? So I think, you know, you got some nice soldiers there, rather, who will 100% get behind this beautiful initiative that you have.
It's going to be amazing.
Yes. I'm so glad we can see the vision together, Varushka.
Exactly.
But speaking of vision, you know, how do you plan to sort of balance your social life, your life in terms of being a mom and everything else in between with now this new title?
Yeah.
How are you going to kind of make sure that it does balance out?
Yeah. So professionally, I think because I've always been involved in something with purpose, it's very much aligned to the Mrs. South Africa platform. So there, I'm kind of integrating the two, which is fantastic.
Yes.
My son, you know, I've got a great support system. I've got my husband, I've got my family around me. So I think I'm structured and I'm ready for this.
That's beautiful. And it's always so good to have a support system, because I think that's how anybody gets anywhere. It takes a village.
Exactly.
Even for adults, not just the kids.
It really does.
Yes. But Varushka, I also know that for you, you know, it's so important that this reign that you're about to have really leaves a lasting impact. So let's now fast forward a year from now, and they write a headline about what Varushka Singh did as Mrs. South Africa. What would you want that headline to read?
So I'm all about action and all about using this crown to have like measurable action that we can do. And you said it, so I actually want to be remembered for impact and not just appearances.
I love, that's a nice headline. Girl, are you into journalism too? Impact and not just appear. Oh, come on. That's beautiful. And I'm so excited to see you go on this journey, because I think it really is such an important one. I mean, we saw our former Mrs. South Africa as well. I saw you two together on Sunday, where you guys just like exchanging notes and things like that. I love that.
It's such a great sisterhood. So, you know, I already feel connected and supported by them as well.
Yes.
It's extremely exciting. Yeah.
And speaking of sisterhood, you know, there are the ladies who are like, okay, one day I want to be Varushka Singh. What advice would you give to the ladies out there who are currently sitting and going, you know what, maybe I can be Mrs. South Africa? What would you say to them?
I'd say start with yourself. Be authentic. The journey really, you know, it values authenticity, heart, courage. So be yourself, start with that. Everybody has a story to tell. Use your story. You've got something to offer the world. And, you know, be brave, go out there and think of the woman that you can become.
I love that. Varushka, I feel like there couldn't have been anyone else. You've done such an incredible job. You know, just the fact that you made it to the grand finale already tells us that. But now that you have the title, girl, it's all you. Congratulations for coming out on top. And we cannot wait to see all the beautiful things that you do.
Thank you so much, Sanela.
Thank you. Oh, my goodness. My friend, and what a moment it was that we got to see this gorgeous lady take Mrs. South Africa, the extraordinary Varushka Singh. As you can tell, we are in good hands, and we're so excited to see her phenomenal reign, because that is exactly what it will be. We wish her only the best, and we know that we are going to be sitting back watching this purpose come together with empowerment and positive change, and we cannot wait for it. Now, the exciting news as well is that as Varushka goes and changes the world, ladies of South Africa, entries for 2026 are now open on www.mrssouthafrica.co.za. You can get all of the details there, but that is where you could possibly, in a year from now, be taking the crown and the sash from the gorgeous Varushka, will be passing it on to you after she's done something incredible, where you'll get the opportunity to do something incredible as well. Right about now, you need to make sure you do not go anywhere, because we still got so much more coming up right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And my Cape TZ family, are you still good, babies?
I mean, how could we not be good? Look at the great company that we're in. You spoke about Mrs. South Africa, and I just feel like we have a beauty pageant right here in our studio.
I know, I'm feeling so ordinary right now when you stand amongst this opulent beauty radiating in front of me and giving the glow of something absolutely special. Because Mzansi, you are in for a treat. Not just a great conversation, but inspiration behind all the reasons why you need to get your tickets for this event. An event that needs to be on the calendar. It needs to be celebrated. And this is clearly why it looks so good. Vanilla Teas, of course, our family member. It's so good to have you back here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And then we've got Latrice Royale.
Royalty.
Hello to you.
That's all right. Honestly, you both look incredible, to say the least. But I want to find out more about the show. How excited are we feeling?
Oh, extremely excited.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh. Over the moon.
I love that they said terms and conditions may apply.
May vary.
Oh, may vary. May vary.
But I think the only thing that's going to vary is your decision as to whether I want it now or right now. Okay, so Mzansi, don't go anywhere. We've got a lot to discuss and a lot to look forward to. And clearly just looking is going to inspire you, but the conversation's going to get even better. We'll see you around the corner.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. The rumors are true. We're having a fantastic time right here on the show. Last final minutes, so we've saved the best for last. And we're talking all things drag race. Now, we've got a legend in our midst, a drag race legend at that. Latrice Royale is here, returning to our stages after 13 years. And will be joined by local powerhouse Manila Von Teese for 2 explosive, glam-packed shows. And it all goes down this November in both Cape Town and out in Jersey. And they're joining us right now to tell us more about this very exciting news. So please help me in welcoming them by giving them a feel-good welcome. Come on, royalty is among us. Guys, welcome and thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, and y'all came looking good today. I said, wardrobe, can I get a little bit of a... No, I'm joking. I look good and you guys look so good. Latrice, I want to start with you. You look absolutely fantastic, but I've got to ask you, what inspired you to return to South Africa 13 years later?
I've been chomping at the bit 13 years. I came here for the pageant, for the Western Cape pageant. And I fell in love with the culture, with the beautiful city and the ocean and the mountains and all the things. And I have been waiting to come back for so long. You know, life is lifing and I'm busy and things, but timing is everything. And this worked out perfect. So
yeah,
we're
13 years.
Actually, to this day.
Yeah, it's to the day.
Yeah.
This is wild.
Then the timing definitely
that's what I'm saying.
needed
It was,
to be.
It was destiny.
Oh my gosh, I love it when destiny, the stars just align and we get to witness this greatness as well. At Manila, I mean, sharing a stage with royalty, with Latrice, how does that feel for you both professionally and even personally?
I'm still shaking.
Just a little bit, eh?
It's wild. And also, it's also quite daunting because you also want to kind of level up to the standard as well. So we're also putting a lot of effort in because it's myself, Stella Rose and Catchalodi that's going to be the opening act for Latrice.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's going to be a show. It's going to be a show.
Okay, no, you say it's going to be a show. Before we get into the details, you have to let us know, what are we bringing to the table?
The table.
And science, all 4 legs, all 4 legs.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a whole lot of everything because I feel like we kind of want to cater to all audience members. all ages, all races. So I think there's a little bit of everything for everyone.
Okay, cool. Let's get into the show and the name in and of itself, Latrice. Terms and conditions may vary. Let's get into the name of it. What can people expect and how did it evolve throughout the years too?
Well, this show in particular had to do with a lot of, it's an autobiographical show, so it's my life, my experiences. So you're going to learn a lot about me and my journey and the mistakes and the things that I've made and how I've overcome and got to this place. You'll learn about my love life with my husband.
Yes.
He's very integral in the show, and it's just a feel-good time. But the show came about because as, you progress in life, you treat certain people in certain situations, whether it's a business relationship, a situationship, whatever kind of situation you're in. But, those terms and conditions change as you know better, you do better, and you level up. And so those who can't level up and keep up, then...
Bye-bye to you. Boy, bye.
You don't have access to all this. I'm sorry. So, yeah, it's just about feeling good and self-love and the value. And so you're going to be transformed once you see this show.
I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, immediately I know people are saying, where can I sign up? How can I get this? But Latrice, I did want to ask you, I mean, you're looking grown and sexy right now. It sounds like you're in an era where you say, don't mess with me. And if you can't keep up, then keep it going. I got to ask you, though, some of the biggest lessons or challenges that you have learned leading up to this moment. Could you highlight maybe one or two of them?
Well, the simplest and most, prominent one is loving yourself.
Yes.
Like, you have to take care of yourself in a way that is so transparent and full on, where you take all the power away from the naysayers and the haters. And that's how you keep your power, And so once you have that love for yourself, you don't tolerate anything less than you would tolerate from yourself.
Absolutely.
And that's the number one thing, and that's just in life in general. So if you can take that message away from the show, then I promise you, you're going to have your life change forever.
Oh my gosh, well, I'm looking forward to that. Manila, I also want you to contribute to this because I feel like if it's drag queen culture, queer culture in general, there is so much self-love that needs to be pumped into it. And with the visibility of drag really stepping up in South Africa, I think that more people are entered into that space of, okay, I love myself because I see love being represented.
Yeah.
So what does this mean for drag culture in South Africa, in Cape Town and Joburg?
I think it's massive because, I think all of us need to kind of start with ourselves. And doing drag is also a sense of it's an alter ego.
Yeah.
So you also don't want to lose yourself within the midst of that. So knowing who you are, loving yourself full-heartedly is actually the first step to actually going out there and being you.
That's beautiful. I see both of you. Yes, yes. We are in church right now. Y'all didn't even
You better
realize.
know. So that's my tag. I tell everyone, my show is like going to church and therapy. You're going to come out transformed.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Well,
we're going to kiki too.
Oh, yeah?
We're going to kiki too.
Okay, I love it. The tea will be spilled is what we're saying. Because we've got to be truthful. We've got to be authentic and show up. I mean, look at the visuals right now that you are witnessing. Latrice, what message do you hope South Africans walk away from this tour? At the end of it, yes, we're going to be transformed. But what's that lasting message that will resonate just years later?
Really, don't judge.
Oh.
Just don't judge.
And we are judgerach nation.
Come on. I mean, we all got the little, spectacles on. But, don't be judgy. You know what I mean? And until you understand who and what people are going through, you can't, speak over someone else's choices, in life. And so just being empathetic and showing grace to others, as well as yourself, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I want people to do.
Beautiful. All right, Manila, where are we getting tickets? How are we getting involved? Josie and Cape Town are getting treated. Give us all the details, guys. How do we get into this?
So you can get your tickets at Web Tickets. So the show's tomorrow, Cape Town, Barnyard Theatre, and then in Johannesburg at the Lyric Theatre. So
limited tickets left.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah. So we're gonna just pump it tomorrow.
Please do. Okay, you got to get your tickets ASAP, webtickets.co.za. It's going to be a weekend of note, and you guys are already starting on Wednesday. So we already know we're rolling into this feeling good. The details are all on your screen right now, so please make sure that you access that. Guys, please tell me we're getting a performance today.
I might have a little something for you. A little tease.
A little teaser. Oh, we like that. Manila, Patrice, thank you so much for being here. And we are so excited to get into the goodness of all of that in just a little bit. Expresso fan, let me just say, brace yourselves. And listen, terms and conditions, they may just vary.
Oh, definitely feeling the inspiration right now, and I can't wait to see that performance. And a reminder, you need to get those tickets. For now, though, let's turn the dial back to what always promises to come through on a Tuesday, and that's health conversations, health notes, and health inspiration. So here's another one for you right now. A question that I have is, are you feeling bloated? Are you maybe struggling with heartburn, nausea, or even vomiting? Well, these could be signs of a peptic ulcer. Now, that's where Alsonic comes in, because Alsonic doesn't just relieve symptoms, it coats your stomach lining with a protective film to allow healing. And you can choose the dosage form that works best for you. Suspension tablets or effervescent tablets, and you can start feeling better today. So all you want to do is head to the Alsonic Facebook page, and you can stand a chance to win one of 10 1,000 Rand cash send vouchers. And your T's and C's do apply. Good luck.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And South Africa, we do, of course, need to have the really important conversation. We've been alluding to the fact that the 21st of November is just around the corner, and there's a reason why a national shutdown has been asked for and called upon by Women for Change. Now, as we know, every day in South Africa, the realities of gender-based violence and femicide confront us with a staggering brutality. At least 15 women are murdered, and over 100 cases of rape are reported. Now, you can imagine how many are unreported. And these numbers barely scratch the surface of what's actually happening in both our homes and in our communities.
Yeah, now the most devastating truth is this, that GBVF is not a crime of strangers. In the overwhelming majority of cases, the perpetrator is someone the victim knows and trusts. I'm talking about a partner, an ex-partner, a family member, or even a friend.
That is just harrowing. It's terrifying. But as we know, it's not just a crisis, it is a national emergency. So that's why this morning we're going to unpack it all and just chat amongst ourselves and you. You can weigh in on the conversation at Expresso Show or hit us up on our WhatsApp line just to talk a little bit more about GBF, which is gender-based violence as well as femicide. And the facts are harrowing. We're top 5 in terms of femicide across the world, in fact. And I do want to say, Zanele, congratulations and thank you to you for actually using your platform for good. You put out a post on Instagram that we spoke about yesterday on the show that really gave me chills in terms of it all. Can you just talk to it before we play it for our Expresso family?
Of course. Thank you so much, my friends. And Zanzi, I think we all know that femicide is such a terrible thing that we deal with in this country. I mean, even our own president has gone on to call it a pandemic of its own. And essentially the video, Carissa, was just me trying to really put in a very different way how we as girls and women in South Africa don't feel safe. It's always so scary when we step into certain spaces and you find that you're the only woman there, or there aren't a lot of women, or even just walking in the street. It's a scary space for so many of us, and that shouldn't be the case as women in South Africa. That shouldn't be the case for anyone in South Africa. But I think it's so harrowing knowing that so many of us are afraid to lose our lives every single day. And that was pretty much the crux of the video, my Carissa.
Yeah, well, firstly, thank you so much for putting that out there. And again, like Carissa says, using your platform and your voice, you are someone that a lot of females out there are inspired by and look up to. So having your voice lent to this is absolutely perfect. And if any of you haven't even had a chance to see this right now, let's play that video just to get an idea of what exactly we're talking about.
Get ready with me as I tell you all the ways that I feel safe in South Africa as a woman.
And I think the silence there is exactly what she's alluding to. We don't feel safe anywhere.
Yeah.
And that's exactly why the 21st of November is so important in South Africa. And of course, leading up to this, Women for Change has called for this national disaster to take place on the 21st. And it is a matter of urgency. They've even, as you said, created an entire visual to go along with this. They've created a casket covered in hand-woven purple Zulu beads, with each bead symbolizing one woman who lost her life to femicide. And inside it, they place photographs of victims and a QR code linking to their stories. And of course, we can think about names like Uyenene as well as Tegofatse Pule. And I mean, the list just continues, and we need to unbury the truth of the matter.
Yeah, so this is the entire talk and the hype with regards to profile pictures being changed, this movement that's happening online as well. Something that I landed to in South Africa and was taken aback by it, to say the least. Why do, I mean, speaking to women and to both of you right now, being in this space so consciously, why do you think it's so important that this is treated like the crisis that it actually is? Why do you think that we need to highlight this as an actual crisis in our country and make mention of the fact that something needs to happen here?
Absolutely. I think digital activism is so important. I love the fact that we're seeing purple profile pictures everywhere just to raise awareness.
Yeah.
But I think that's just the beginning. Hey, Zanele, like we need to continue further than just an online platform and maybe move it to the streets as well.
100%. And with you asking, Raul, you know, why it's so important, I think it's so important so that we have some sort of faith in our justice system. I think that there's so many stories that come to light every single day where we hear about a young girl that was raped by her principal, or a young girl that fell pregnant because of an uncle, or a girl that went missing and was found murdered in a field. It's every single day that we are hearing about these terrible stories. And it's not fair. It's not right that as women, not only do we need to live in fear, but we even need to live in fear for our children and live in fear for our loved ones as well. I don't think that that should be anybody's reality. And the scary thing is that it is our reality. And you touched on it as well, Carissa, earlier on when you said that those are, even in terms of the stats that we have, those are the ones that are reported. There's so many women who don't even come forward because they feel like they won't be believed. And that in itself is also such a problem, and why it's so important that we have this specific shutdown, why we have even these conversations, because every woman deserves to feel safe in South Africa.
I mean, agreed. And when we talk about this, it's a systematic issue. I saw one poster that someone held up. It said, boys will be boys, and they crossed out the boys. Boys will be held accountable.
As a man, can I ask this question to you as females? What can men do in this situation? I'm not part of the government. I'm not part of a massive organization, but I'm a man, and I realize that I'm part of that problem. What can we do to try and help change, impact positively? What should we be trying to action in this current situation that we're in? Is there anything that we can do?
I mean, if you're looking for a step to start today, I would definitely say that boys need to be held accountable from a young age to even conversations that you have with your boys. I think so often casual sexism just gets, slipped through the cracks. And we need to kind of call out that behavior, because if conversation becomes normalized around speaking about women in a particular way, treating women in a particular way. I mean, recently we also saw the rise of that chat that got leaked. And many people were just saying, what is this the conversation you all are having on WhatsApp in your group chats?
Yeah.
It is kind of scary, because if that's what we're accepting, then on the streets, in our bedrooms, in our streets, what are we also saying yes to without really realizing that we're accepting to? So, Zanele, what can you say?
I 100% agree with you, Carissa. And Maral, I'm so glad you have asked that question, because there's so much that men can do. I know that Dr. Kanyile, she is a pediatrician who really touches on a lot of different things, particularly on men's mental health. And she put out a video, just kind of talking about how men listen to men. And for me, I was like, oh my goodness, this reminds me of a video I literally wanted to put out 2 weeks ago, where I was going to appeal to the successful men in this country to please mentor young boys in South Africa. And I only say that because when I have a conversation with a colleague that's a woman, particularly in our industry or any other industry, there's a lot of us who are like, oh, this person's my mentor. I speak to this person, I speak to that person. But when it comes to men, there's a lot of them who don't have older people who are speaking into their lives, telling them that they're doing right or doing wrong. And it's almost like they're figuring things out on their own. So I think mentorship is such an important part of trying to solve this problem. And more than anything else, I think it's about men having those conversations, just like Carissa said, amongst themselves, so that they know the difference between right and wrong and do hold each other accountable.
I'm starting to digest a lot of what you're saying, and it is starting to make sense to me, because often I think as a man you feel that, hey, I'm not partaking in these activities, so it doesn't involve me. I'm not a part of this. But you're absolutely right in what you're saying, because it starts with that conversation. It starts with us being aware and calling it out and saying, hey, dude, that's not how we speak to women. It's not how we do things, or that's not how we treat them in a certain way. And I think it's responsibility of men in South Africa right now, especially, I'm talking to all you gents out there right now, that we need to step up. And I think we need to also do our part in calling out anything that is a red flag or something that we do notice. We have to be more aware and more present in these moments to discern between what's right and what's not. And I think whether it's family, whether it's your closest friends, your brothers, your sisters, it shouldn't matter anymore. This should be a normal conversation that has to start happening more often, because it's the truth, it's our reality, and we're living in it right now. And I think this is starting to make sense in a small way. Thank you for that. I love that answer.
Of course. And especially when you think about the facts that we're faced with. And again, these are just reported cases. I mean, between 2023 and 2024, 5,578 women were murdered. A shocking 33.8% increase. And to represent this reality, like I said, that casket was created. And then with it, they walked to the union buildings just to hand over a memorandum and say, we need change. Please, guys. 21 November. If you're able to participate, is when it all goes down. Women for Change have called upon this country to, of course, participate in a national shutdown.
Sure, man. I'm actually really starting to look out for the real men out there. The real men out there. Where are you? Put your hands up. Let's stand up. Because you're not a real man if you're doing anything like this to a woman. And you can take that as a fact. So we're the men out there. Let's start being the inspiration. Let's start standing up and having good conversations, pertinent conversations, because it's our time to start doing a little bit more about the situation, because you can't abscond yourself from responsibility. You are part of this right now. We are part of this. Thank you guys for that. I really enjoy these answers, and I think it's a conversation we need to continue constantly.
Absolutely. Zanele, thank you so much for creating such awareness on your platform and continuing this conversation as well.
Thank you, my friends. I think that this is also just where it begins, right? Conversations between the people that we get to do work with, people we get to do everyday life with, because then it spreads and it becomes more and it becomes an actual movement. So thank you, my friends.
Absolutely. Well, let's continue down this avenue where we touch base with you, Expresso fam, because we've asked you a question this morning across our socials at Expresso Show. What's one action, big or small, we can all take to make our communities just feel safer, and especially that one for our women and our children? And a few of you weighed in.
Yeah, we asked you to share your thoughts, voice notes, or anything that you might have. So let's see who's got what to say. And it looks like Martha Boditsi says, Hey, good morning, my fam. Happy Tuesday. I think if we can talk and stop protecting the perpetrator. This kind of lends into that perpetrator list being sort of like made public. I've heard some big talk about that as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Sean, thank you for weighing in. Good morning to you. By raising awareness, a campaign where all community members will be educated, especially about the early signs of abuse and which method can be used if they are exposed to abuse. That's beautiful.
It is actually beautiful, and I think it's definitely something that's needed right now. We've got another comment we're going to go through. Our family, Gary Orcam, prison time for anyone who physically, mentally, or emotionally abuses a woman or child. But nowadays, they want to blame poverty, unemployment, or the past, then send them for therapy.
Wow.
A loaded conversation indeed, and one that has to keep happening, Mzansi. We've got to step up, and I'm saying this again. You are not a real man if you're doing anything like this. If you are emotionally, physically, or mentally damaging any woman or anyone for that kind, you are not a real man. So it's time to step up, start bringing the man to the surface and stop being the inspiration. And that starts with the change right here.
Absolutely.
So let's do this.
Listen, sometimes accountability can feel like an attack, but this is a matter of a national level. So we must all just stand together and make sure we make this happen. But if you are suffering, if you are going through this or know somebody, we have our national helpline that is on your screen right now. Take it down and make use of it. We're going to take a short break, take a breather, and we'll be back after this.
Summer's heating up, and so are the prizes with Pluscon's Win All Summer Competition. Stand to win the ultimate holiday to the Maldives with 200,000 Rand, plus loads of weekly and monthly prizes. From shopping vouchers, JBL speakers, cash prizes, and unforgettable getaways to either Dubai, Zanzibar, Cape Town, or Vic Falls. To enter, simply spend 1,000 Rand or more on any Pluscon product and choose one of 4 easy ways to submit your entry. Competition closes 28 February. T's and C's apply. Win all summer with Pluscon.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh yes, baby, it is your Feel Good Breakfast show indeed, and it's so good to be with you because, Mzansi, you could become a winner by playing Powerball and Powerball Plus for 44 million Rand in total estimated jackpots this Tuesday. Play Powerball for an estimated 41 million Rand and Powerball Plus for an estimated 3 million Rand today. And listen, friend, all you got to do is make sure that you buy your ticket now in store on nationallottery.co.za, or you can just simply use the mobile app, cell phone banking, or dial *120*7529# for USSD. All of these details are on our Expresso show pages, rather. So go and check them out over there. But Panda, Push Up, Play, Powerball, or Powerball Plus for 44 million Rand in total estimated jackpots today. Go and play now, friend, or you're going to miss out, okay? Right about now, though, over in Cape TZ Foshizi, we're rounding up the show in the most beautiful way. My Cape Town family, what's happening that side?
Oh, absolutely beautiful. We're talking about none other than Latrice Royale, who is taking to the stage right now to sing Years to Life. Let's go.
complaints and no regrets. I still believe in chasing dreams and placing bets. But I have learned that all you give is all you get. So give it all you've got. I've had my share. I've drank my fill, and even though I'm satisfied, I'm hungry still to see what's down another road, beyond a hill, and do it all again. So here's to life. Every joy it brings. Here's to life, to dreamers and their dreams. It's funny how the time just flies, how love can go from warm to sad goodbyes and leave you with the memories you've memorized to keep your winters warm. But there's no yes in yesterday, and who knows what tomorrow brings or takes away. As long as I'm still in the game, I want to play for laughs, for life, for love. So here's to life, and every joy it brings. Here's to life, to dreamers and their dreams. May all your storms be weathered, and all that's good get better. Here's to life. Here's to love. Here's to you.
Nada Feel Good production.